Morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Rounds Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you a Pacific League matchup between the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles from the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka, as it'll be a battle of first versus fourth in the Pacific. All the teams in the Pacific League last night had the evening off, as this will be the first game in the series. It is a rare Monday scheduled game. We will be on the airwaves for tonight, tomorrow for these two ball clubs, and then we'll bounce over for the Fighters and the Lions for the Monday game, or Sunday if you are in North America listening in with us on YouTube. We're first of all going to get the starting lineups for the visitors from Tohoku. Leading off and playing at second base tonight is number 0, Hiroto Kobakata. Batting second and doing the designated hitting is number 3, Hideto Asamura. Hitting third in center field is Ryosuke Tatsumi. And the cleanup spot and playing third base is number 7, Daichi Suzuki. Batting fifth in left field is number 4, Toshiki Abe. In the sixth spot and playing first base is number 23, Mikhail Franco. Batting seventh in right field is number 51, Yuya Ogo. Hitting eighth at shortstop is number 66, Itsuki Moribayashi. And batting ninth and doing the catching is number 2, Hikaru Oda. And they're going to be facing Kohei Arihara, who has had a really strong season for the Hawks, emerging as their now ace. 10-4 on the season he is, with 121 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 85 hits, 34 runs, 29 have been earned. He's walked 28 and struck out 89, and he's got himself an ERA of 2.15. Well, that's your starting lineup for the visitors from Tohoku. Now the starting lineup for the home team, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. Leading off and playing second base, wearing number 8, is Taisi Makihara. Batting second and playing shortstop is number 6, Kenta Imamiya. Hitting third and playing third base is number 24, Ryoya Kurihara. The cleanup spot and playing first base is number 25, Hotaki Yamakawa. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 3, Kensuke Kondo. Hitting in the sixth spot and in right field is number 31, Tomoya Masaki. Hitting seventh in left field is number 32, Tetsuro Yanagabachi. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 19, Takuya Kai. And batting ninth in center field tonight is number 23, Yukio Shudo. They are going to be facing the rookie starter for the Fukuoka Ball Club in Tatsuki Koja. He takes to the hill with a 3-4 record. He's worked 43 1/3 innings, 35 hits allowed, 17 runs, 16 have been earned. He's walked 13, struck out 26, and he's got himself an ERA of 3.32. Well, those are your starting lineups. Our first pitch is just around the corner. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us, whether you listen live or on delay. We'll be back in just a few right after this. It is going to be the Hawks and the Eagles in about 3 minutes' time. Welcome back, everybody. We are about a moment or two just to get this one ready as the Hawks have taken the field. Kohei Arihara is still throwing in front of the dugout as he is yet to take the mound to do his warm-up tosses, but we will get this one going here in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. It's great to have you here. We'll be back in just a couple moments right after these. Welcome back, everybody. Kohei Arihara is just completing his warm-up tosses, and we'll be ready to get this one underway here in just a moment as the pageantry of the first pitch, which is always entertaining in Japan, had come to an end. So Arihara completing his warm-up tosses, and he is going to be facing the top of the order for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. It'll be Kobakata, Asamura, and Tatsumi to come to bat here in inning number 1 to face the right-hander. We're bringing you this one here tonight. As we mentioned, tomorrow night, it'll be more of the same between these same two ball clubs. And then it'll be a rare Monday ball game in Japan, which will be Sunday in North America. We will give you the Lions and the Fighters. As this one here is ready to get itself going here, as the right-hander has completed his warm-up tosses and we're ready to go. And we've got to get ourselves the first pitch underway. Was taken for a called strike, and the second pitch was swung on and grounded over to second, fielded neatly by the second baseman, who throws to first, and Kobakata is retired. A ground out 4-3 in the books, so 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Hideto Asamura. So we've been pretty good this year in terms of our feed and how the game has been, but we are getting, looks like, a little bit of static to get this one going here underway. So 1 gone in the books. It'll bring up Hideto Asamura, who is hitting .251 on the year with 10 homers and 42 runs driven in. Hitting in the number 2 spot, unfamiliar to us, but that is, we haven't seen the Eagles for a while here. So Asamura striding to the plate to face the right-hander Arihara, who is set to deliver. And he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on. This is fouled straight back, and the count is 0-1. Asamura right on that fastball. 33-year-old's getting the start as designated hitter tonight. We've seen him play mostly third base this year. Tonight, that nod goes to Daichi Suzuki, who is hitting in the cleanup spot. So 1 gone here, Asamura at the plate, and the 0-1 count to him here as Arihara kicks and delivers. And the pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Full slate of games across the NPB tonight. This one here is going off as scheduled. The other game that is just getting underway is the Fighters and the Lions, as there's a fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. Over in the Central League, the Dragons are hosting the Giants. That game is also getting underway. So we'll have updates throughout the evening for you on those ones. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that misses inside. The count is 2-2. The later games that go off in about 4 hours' time in the Central League, it'll be the Swallows and the Bay Stars from Yokohama, the Carp and the Tigers from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. Of course, the Koshin is currently taking up the tournament at the Koshin Stadium is being played, the high school tournament. And then at the Zozo Marine Stadium, it'll be the Buffaloes and the Marines. That fastball was fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2 to Asamura. So right-hander against the right-hander as Arihara ready to deliver. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball that just misses down and in. And that count runs full now to Asamura. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming the way of Hideto Asamura as the 3-2 pitch is ready to come again. Here comes Arihara as he kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Oh, I'm not sure what Asamura was looking at as that pitch dropped right down the middle, and that is going to retire him, looking for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. For Tatsumi tonight, he is hitting in the 3 spot. It's been a while since we've seen the Eagles. The Eagles have been hanging around in 4th place. We haven't called them much, but Tatsumi, when we were watching them early in the season, was hitting down in the 8th spot. He is currently 4th in the league in batting average as he takes a first pitch breaking ball low for ball 1. Tatsumi hitting .290 on the season, 4 homers and 40 RBIs. We've also seen him hit in the top spot, not necessarily this year, but he tried him in the leadoff spot, was a little bit more effective lower in the order as that fastball misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to the center fielder of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. As the 2-0 is on the way, it's a fastball that's taken at the knees for called strike. The count's now 2-1. Thank everybody for jumping in, whether you listen live or on delay. It's always great to have you with us here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. As we mentioned, we'll be doing a number of games this weekend and next weekend as a breaking ball that misses down. Count goes to 3-1. We are going to be on the move again, as we will be back in the land of the rising sun in a couple of weeks' time. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, we'll be departing again, trying to hopefully enjoy ourselves some Japanese baseball action. We'll be getting a little bit of the games. We'll do a much better job this year of trying to get you some live streams and some different things on the way while we're there. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count goes to 3-2. Won't call any games while we're over there, but try to get you a few more updates and some short videos to tune into when you wake up in the morning if you're in North America. Here comes the payoff pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's going to be lifted foul into the seats down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2 strikes. Daichi Suzuki waits his turn on deck. Should Tatsumi find a way on base here? As the right-hander ready to go again. He gets the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. Here comes the payoff pitch. Arihara now kicks and delivers. And it is a fastball taken just inside. Oh, boy. Not going to get the home calls here tonight, but that pitch looked pretty good. It looked like it was a knee-high fastball on the inside corner. We get the look of that one there, but the home plate umpire disagrees, as that's going to be ball 4. And Tatsumi's aboard with a single. Our friend you says, are you watching the Koshin? Actually, I'm not watching the Koshin. I was over there last year when the final game was played, and I assume I'm probably going to be in and around that time again this year. And so, of course, it is craziness if you were in the area. Of course, wasn't in Osaka for the Koshin. I was actually in Tokyo at the time, so probably will still be out of the area before that happens. Our friend Dinger in tonight. Welcome you as well. As Arihara throws over to first base and getting back safely is Tatsumi. Tatsumi has got 11 stolen bases on the year. Dinger said, hopefully you missed the end of that Detroit game tonight. Actually, no, I didn't. I picked it up when it was I fell asleep early on in the game, woke up when it was 2-0, and they had the no-hitter intact. And I saw that go away, and then I saw the 3 runs that ended up costing the Tigers the victory as they throw over to first base, and getting back easily was Suzuki. Tigers, unfortunately, were not able to finish the deal. It was a bullpen game for them. They're pretty much using 2 starting pitchers, and the other games are bullpen days or shared days. Here comes the pitch to Suzuki. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Off to second goes Tatsumi, and he's going to be safe. That was a great pitch to run on. First pitch breaking ball out of the hand of the starter there, Arihara. Taken for a strike. He's going to steal second base as Tatsumi. He's in scoring position here with 2 gone. We'll get a look at that. Boy, oh boy. I wonder if they're going to go to replay on that one. No, I guess they're not. We got a chance to look at the replay, and it sure looked like it was worth having a second look at. But the manager for Tohoku just sees otherwise. So runners at second, as the right-hander Arihara works himself to the set. Breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-1. Dinger says, surprised how long they stayed with Maeda. Maeda has pitched pretty well out of the pen. I saw him pitch last weekend, actually, and he was very, very steady when he's come in, not as a starter, but as a long reliever in that third, fourth inning, where he's going innings 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's been pretty good. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Racing back on the warning track. And this ball is going to be gone. A 2-run homer off the bat of Daichi Suzuki. That's going to be his 4th of the year to give the Eagles a early 2-0 lead here. Oh boy, that is going to cash in a pair here. And it's a shell-shocked crowd at the PayPay Dome. And just like that, the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles are up 2-0. On the hometown Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. A 2-run homer here by Suzuki. has provided early damage. That was a changeup that was left up in the zone, and the ball was absolutely obliterated by Suzuki. He made no doubt about that one. So 2-0 here for the Golden Eagles. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Toshiki Abe. As Arihara gets the sign from his catcher, Kai, ready to go back to work. So Koja has get himself a 2-0 lead to begin with. The first pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. That pitch was at 90 miles an hour from Arihara. Abe on the year hitting .255, 5 homers and 20 runs driven in. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses low, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We were looking before the game. I was going through the statistics in both the Pacific League and in the Central League. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on its chop softly to short. Imamiya fields it, throws to first. That's going to retire Abe. I'll give you my thoughts on the stats when we come back after this. But early damage here for the Eagles as they get 2 runs in the inning on a 2-run shot by Daichi Suzuki. 2 runs, 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left the board. We're through a half inning. Your score is the Eagles 2 and the Hawks coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. We're about to the bottom of the first inning, and it'll be Taisi Makihara, Kenta Imamiya, and Ryoya Kurihara to come to bat for the Hawks against the starter Koja, who is the lefty, who is in his rookie season as he is taking a sub 500 record to the hill. As we sit at the top of the stream here, he is 3-4. He's not gone less than 6 innings in any of his last 5 starts, or he's picked himself up a couple of wins. As he will be taking on here, he is facing the Hawks for the 3rd time in the last 5 starts. He's gone 69 pitches and 89 pitches in the last 2 outings. But Taisi Makihara steps in, batting .315 on the year with no homers and 9 runs driven in. And the first pitch is a fastball that comes right up around the light tower of Makihara and backs him off the plate. And the count is quickly 1-0. Our friend Tudo in the house here. We welcome you to the stream as well. Appreciate you for jumping in with us tonight. So 1 ball and no strikes to Makihara as Koja rocks into the windup and delivers. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Koja really pauses at the top of his delivery, and then he explodes forward as he is now 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitcher as he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Very interesting. If you've seen, I believe it's Drew Thorpe who pitches for the White Sox now. As 2-1 pitches on the way, the former farmhand of the Yankees, his breaking ball is taken for a called strike. He was traded to the Padres in the offseason. The Padres flipped him to the White Sox, I believe, in the Dylan Cease trade. But what's interesting about that is his very short take back, and Koja here has exactly that, but from the left side. just really pulls it apart, and then he lets it rip. Here's a fastball swung on. It's grounded, taken on a couple of hops by the first baseman, Maikel Franco. He's there to step on the bag, and that is going to retire Makihara on a ground out to 3 for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Defensively tonight for the Golden Eagles, from left to right field, it is Abbey in left. The center fielder is Tatsumi, and in right field it's Ogo. Around the horn from first to third, it is Franco at first. The second baseman's Kobakata. Murray Biashi is at short, with the third baseman Suzuki and the battery of Koja and Ota. First pitch fastball misses upstairs to Imamiya, and the count is 1-0. For Kenta Imamiya, he's hitting .260 on the year, 3 homers and 23 runs driven in. As Koja kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0. Well, Koja better figure something out a little bit here, because he's fallen behind on both the first 2 batters. So he's going to have to start getting his release point. You certainly don't want to do that against the Fukuoka Ball Club. They can punish you if you fall behind in the count frequently, as the 2-0 pitch is on the way. And it is a fastball that catches the outside corner, and now the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Koja again ready to go as he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-2. That ball was swung on and missed, but it ended up getting behind the catcher Oda and went all the way to the backstop. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kenta Imamiya as the lefty kicks and fires. Breaking ball, take it for a called third strike. Not sure that Imamiya liked the call. That pitch was up in the zone. That gave you some feedback there about what the home plate umpire might have in mind tonight. That is going to be Imamiya's second out of the inning for the Fukuoka Ball Club. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Well, Kurihara has really enjoyed himself a nice season. He's hitting .272. He's got 12 homers and 59 runs driven in. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ryoya Kurihara. Lefty again rocking into the windup and delivers. Pitches a breaking ball, take it for a called strike. The count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Eagles have the early lead here. The 2-run shot in the top of the first by Daichi Suzuki, as there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. Count now goes to 1-2. As we said, we'll try to keep you updated through the evening with regards to the games that are going on around and about, as that fastball is swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. And the count remains at 1-2 to Kurihara. At least the early games we can continue to update you on. The later games we're probably not going to stick around for tonight. His scoring in the other game between the Fighters and the Lions have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. And there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And that is going to retire Kurihara. He's down on strikes for the third out of the inning, and the Hawks go quietly in their half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 1 complete. Your score is the Eagles 2 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the top of inning number 2 when we return right after this. Appreciate you guys for poking your heads in here tonight. We'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the second inning. It'll be Mikhail Franco, Yuya Ogo, and Itsuki Muribayashi to come to bat. That is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Tohoku. It is the Eagles who've drawn first blood here in this one with the 2-out, 2-run homer off the bat of Daichi Suzuki in inning number 1. As the first pitch is a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to short. Imamiya fields it cleanly. He throws to first, and with one pitch, there's one away here in the second inning. Ground out 6-3 to retire Mikhail Franco. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. For Ogo, he is batting .257 on the year, 6 homers and 38 runs driven in. There are a couple of players that are in the top in the stolen base department. In fact, all 3 of the leaders in the Pacific League are playing in tonight's ball game. Ogo has 22. Hirota Kobakata, who hit leadoff tonight, has 23. As there's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0. Yukio Shudo, who is with the Fukuoka Ball Club, has 33 stolen bases this year. He is the leader. So they can run a little bit, both of these ball clubs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Ogo. Defensively tonight for the Hawks, from left to right field, the Yanagamachi is in left. The center fielder is Shudo, and the right fielder is Masaki. Around the horn from first to third, it is Yamakawa at first, Makihara at second, Imamiya at short, and the third baseman is Kurihara. As that fastball is taken for a called strike, the count is 2-1 with the battery of Arihara and Kai. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Ogo. Batting with 1 gone in the second. As he waits on the offering from Arihara, who kicks and delivers. Pitches a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We were commenting last weekend when the games were at the PayPay Dome, and we said that we've done a number of games where we've watched here, and only once have we seen the dome opened as that fastball misses on the inside corner, and the count's going to be 3-2. If this is how the umpire tonight's going to be calling the game, I don't think either team is going to be very happy. That last pitch looked like it had some backdoor run to it. It was on the inside corner. But the home plate umpire says otherwise. Takuya Kai left the glove up there to send a non-verbal message. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lashed into right field. It's going to get down. It's off the wall in the corner. Picking it up is Masaki. He's going to fire it in. And cruising into second base with a stand-up double here with 1 gone is Yuya Ogo. So the Hawks continue to flap, or the Eagles continue to flap their wings. As their other brethren, the Hawks, have yet to find their stride here in this one. So Ogo, the runner at second, it's going to bring up the shortstop Itsuki Muribayashi with 1 gone. Muribayashi, another one of the, I would say casualties, but at the beginning of the year, we saw him at the top of the order. He has slid down significantly. Batting .233 on the year with 4 homers and 31 runs driven in. We saw him up at the top of the order, usually in the 1 or the 2 spots, but his batting average on base percentage has dictated the fall. As the first pitch is on the way from Arihara, it's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We mentioned there was other scoring that was going on in the NPB, also scoring in the game in the Central League between the Giants and the Dragons. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to be hit through the 6-hole into left field. Rounding third and heading home. Here comes the throw from Kondo. It's not going to be in time. Sliding head first in with the third run of the ball game is Ogo, and it's going to be an RBI single for Muribayashi. As he's picked himself up an RBI here, Ogo scores the 3rd run of the ball game already for the Golden Eagles. And that's going to bring up the catcher Hikaru Oda. It was a split finger pitch that didn't split. Stayed up in the zone, and nice piece of hitting there by Muribayashi to pull the ball into the 6-hole. Sorry, I said it was Kondo. It's actually Yanagamachi in left field tonight, as Kondo is the designated hitter. When I saw the throw from Yanagamachi, it kind of reminded me of a throw from Kondo, because neither are the strengths of those players as their arm. As throwing over to first base is Arihara, and getting back safely is Muribayashi. Our friend Eloy says it's him again, and we welcome him to the stream tonight. We appreciate you there. As that fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. If I remember correctly, our friend Eloy was in Monterrey, Mexico, listening into the ball game. Last time he was with his wife and his child or children. And I don't know if you're doing the same tonight, but we welcome you to the stream. As the right-hander Arihara gets his sign from his catcher Takuya Kai. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike, and now the count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Hikaru Oda. Oda's batting 189 on the year, homer and 19 runs batted in. Not known for his bat, but for the defense that he brings. So no balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander holds himself set. Now delivers. Breaking ball swung on. Nice piece of inside-out swinging there by the hitter Oda, but he flares that off. He's going to have to retreat to the dugout and get himself a new piece of lumber. It was a tough pitch. It was a really strange-looking pitch, too, from Arihara. It had hardly any spin to it. Stayed up in the zone, almost was tumbling in. Ended up getting onto the hands of the hitter Oda. And of course, he had to go get himself a new piece of wood. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. They've really set him up outside. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses well down the way in the other batter's box. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. We posted up our schedule for the next couple of nights. Tomorrow night, same 2 teams, but an hour earlier start. It'll be 9 o'clock on the Pacific Coast, midnight Eastern. And then on Sunday night, a rare Monday Japan game, as we'll be on the air again at 9 o'clock Pacific or midnight Eastern. And that'll be between the Lions and the Fighters. So our friend Zay, who is a regular Fighters fan, I'm sure he'll probably be poking his head in to try to listen to that as well. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Oda waits on the pitch, it's a fastball swung on. It is hit back to the pitcher. The barrel went further than the ball as the barrel ended up over in the shortstop position. It's going to advance Muribayashi over to second. It's going to be a ground out 1-3. The bat was sawed off in his hands. So 1 at bat and 2 broken bats by the catcher Hikaru Oda. Time to get yourself a new sponsor as they have a bit of a chuckle over in the Eagles dugout. Everybody all the way around. The barrel of the bat went way further than the ball. So 2 in the books, all you can do is laugh. That brings up Hirota Kobakata to the plate. Kobakata tonight is 0 for 1. He is grounded to second his only trip to the plate. Batting from the left side. Average has dipped to 224 on the year with no homers and 10 runs batted in. And here comes the pitch from the right-hander. It's a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Eagles are slowly fading away in the playoff picture. There's only about 40 some odd games to play now. And they have to find a way to get it going. We were looking at the standings earlier. As then fastball just misses upstairs. Going into tonight's game, they got 45 games left to the Golden Eagles. As it's 1 ball and 1 strike now to Kobakata. They find themselves in 4th place, 5 games behind the Fighters, who are in 3rd, and they are 17 games behind the Hawks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses down. It's now 2-1. But really, the team they're chasing is the Fighters. They have to be able to catch the Buffaloes, who have played 99 games, are 20 games back, 3 games back of the Eagles. They're going to have to play some leapfrog. And just the way they played, I just don't know if I see it in the Buffaloes to do the damage to get back into the playoff hunt at this point, which is a really disappointing year after 3 years of the Japan series. Here comes the 2-1 pitch as Arihara holds set. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Moving back onto the warning track and looking up, and this one is gone. A 2-run homer from Hirota Kobakata. And just like that, the Eagles have doubled their lead. They are now up 4-0 here in inning number 2. So a 2-run shot off the bat of the second baseman. That's his first homer of the year as he drives in a pair, and Kohei Arihara is struggling to find his release point here. He's been leaving a lot of balls up in the zone. So check that. It's now 5-0. Made a mistake there. I didn't color in my run. So 5-0 lead now here for the Golden Eagles in inning number 2. Oh boy, Fukuoka fans not enjoying this one. And here's the pitch from Arihara. It's a breaking ball taken at the knees for called strike. Count is 0-1 to Hideo Asamura. 5 runs, 4 hits, and no errors right now for the Golden Eagles. Nothing across the board for the Hawks. Here comes the pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. So if you just joined us, it's been a pair of 2-run homers. First inning off the bat of Daichi Suzuki, and the second inning off the bat of Hiroto Kobakata. And the pitch on the way is a split finger pitch swung on, grounded up the middle. Oh, what a play by Imamiya. Moving to his left, fields it, throws to first, and that is going to retire Asamura on a ground out 6-3. He's in the books for the third out, but more damage done here in inning number 2. 3 runs in the inning by the Golden Eagles on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors and nobody left the board. We're now through 1.5. Your score is the Eagles 5 and Fukuoka no score. If you were playing the under in the first 5, that might have changed in a darn quick hurry. We'll be right back after this. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. If you've just joined us, it's like the Fukuoka Ball Club just took a ice bucket of water right thrown in their face as they find themselves down 5-0 here as we go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-run homer in the first inning off the bat of Daichi Suzuki, and another 2-run homer off the bat of Hiroto Kobakata have given the Eagles a early 5-0 lead, but lots of baseball left in front of us. As we all know, the Fukuoka Ball Club can put up runs and in a hurry. It's going to be the heart of the batting order to come to bat, as it'll be Hotaka Yamakawa to lead it off here. And the first pitch from the starter, Koja, is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. It is Yamakawa, Kondo, and Masaki here, as the lefty is ready to go. He rocks himself into the windup, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses up and in. The count now goes to 2-0. As I mentioned in the last half inning, it reminds me a lot of that Drew Thorpe of the White Sox. Just really has a very short take back and lets it rip. I wonder what the long term for not just for Thorpe, but what this pitcher will be like as well, as that fastball misses upstairs, and it's now 3-0 to Yamakawa. You often see pitchers like this, they don't necessarily survive in the starting role. Puts a lot of strain onto the shoulder in particular. I'm curious, I don't know if he throws particularly hard enough. As the 3-0 on the way, it's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 3-1. One thing I do notice about Koja is that he did have 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning, which was interesting, but he definitely does not average a K per inning, as there's a fastball swung on and missed. It's now 3-2 to Yamakawa. He's a little bit below that rate. He's got 26 strikeouts in 43 and a third entering tonight's fray. So I'm curious to see what his out pitches are going to look like. There's a fastball swung on. It's chopped up the middle, and that ball's got eyes as it's going to have a base hit. It sees its way into center field, and Yamakawa is aboard with a leadoff single here, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo on the season, he's enjoying himself another quality campaign. He's first in batting average in the Pacific League. He's hitting .325. He's also fourth in the home run category, as he's got himself 15 homers and 55 runs driven in entering tonight's affair. He is a very dangerous hitter, hitting from the left side against the left-handed throwing Kojo. As Kojo ready to deliver, works himself to the set, he checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Kondo. So no ball and 1 strike. Kondo digs himself back in, ready to face the lefty Koja again, as he works himself to the set position. Here comes the 0-1 offering as the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. Tomoya Masaki waiting his turn on deck. Left-hander against the left-hander. Kondo waggling the bat. Waiting on the delivery here from the lefty Koja, who checks the runner over at first and now delivers. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Typically a good crowd on hand at the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka tonight, as even though the home side is down by 5 early on here, the crowd is in good voice cheering their team on. Rarely do you see empty seats at the PayPay Dome. Here comes the 2-1 pitch as the lefty holds set. And now delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul down the third base line. It's going to reach the seats, and the count is 2-2 to Kondo. I have to say, I really enjoy watching Kondo swing, and he was one of the players that the Fighters had jettisoned. Fighters had really blown up their roster, and when the new manager Shinjo came in, they went with the youth. But the benefit was the Hawks acquiring the services of the veteran left-handed hitting outfielder. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. This ball could be trouble. Back onto the warning track, and making the catch right up against the wall is Abe. And retreating back to first base is the runner Yamakawa. That ball was hit to the deepest part of left field, as Kondo sent Abe all the way back to the warning track right up against the wall. And he's going to be retired for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tomoya Masaki. We get a look at the replay. I think that Kondo will be a little upset with himself, as our left fielder braced himself up against the wall to haul that one in. So 1 gone here with the runner at first. And that's going to bring up the right fielder Tomoya Masaki, who's hitting .317 on the year, a couple of homers and 16 runs driven in. As the lefty Koja holds to the set position and now delivers. It's a breaking ball waved out and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Masaki. So no balls and 1 strike. Masaki batting from the right side here against the lefty Koja. Now Koja steps off, and he's going to cycle through the signs again with his catcher Hikaru Oda. And now we're ready to go again. Here comes the pitch. As the lefty kicks and fires, fastball taken on the inside corner for called strike. And the count now is no balls and 2 strikes. Crowd is in good form. They're making their noise. Got their noisemakers banging in full effect. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. As the lefty holds to the set, now delivers. Fastball swung on. This is popped up. Lifted into shallow right field, coming in and underneath it and making the catch is the right fielder Ogo. And that is going to retire Masaki for the second out of the inning. Our friend Titus in the house here tonight. We welcome you. As it is baseball from the land of the rising sun. Only a couple of weeks away from seeing you there. About 15 days. And we will be in the land of the rising sun. So Tatsuro Yanagamachi is the hitter as he's coming to bat. He's hitting .331 on the early going with a couple of homers and 24 RBIs. Left-hander against the left-hander as Koja kicks and delivers. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Yanagamachi pressed into more everyday duty with the absence of Yuki Yanagita, giving some other players opportunities to fit into some spots until the veteran returns. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and it's fouled off the catcher and it goes straight back, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Yanagamachi. So no balls and 2 strikes. Taking a quick peek at the matchups for tomorrow as they have announced the starters for tomorrow night. And as we said, we will give you the same 2 teams. Carter Stewart Jr. is going to be taking to the hill tomorrow. And so we'll be looking forward to seeing the American right-hander go at it. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Yanagamachi. He's gone for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here for Fukuoka in their half of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 2 complete. We'll come back and give you the other half of the matchup and preview that in inning number 3 when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. It is great to have you with us. We'll be right back in just a few.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back to everybody. It is going to be the top of the third inning, and our friend AS in the house, he says it's his new handle, No Lies. That could lead to a whole host of things, but we're glad you're with us, AS from Pennsylvania, listening to the stream tonight here. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming to bat for the Golden Eagles. Ryosuke Tatsumi, Daichi Suzuki, and Toshiki Abe to come to bat here to face the right-hander Kohei Arihara, who has spotted the Golden Eagles a 5-0 lead here. Tatsumi scored the first run of the ball game. He has walked his first time up, stole a base, and scored a run as he takes a first pitch fastball to knees for called strike. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Arihara ready to go again as he works himself set. Now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Arihara working himself ready to go again. He kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on, tap foul over on the first base side. Count goes to 1-2 on Tatsumi. So it was a breaking ball, but it was actually a changeup more than anything. The way his changeup is working, he's got a lot of sink to the pitch. But that is the one that he's left up in the zone tonight and got burned on a couple of times, as that pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and it's tapped foul, though, by the hitter, Tatsumi. The home run to Daichi Suzuki was a 2-run shot, but it was a changeup that was left up at the belt. And he absolutely destroyed the pitch, but there's been some balls that tonight that Arihara really hasn't had the command of. And there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. Count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So I'm not sure what the over-under was at the start of the ball game, but if you pick the under in this one, it might be a lot of regret here tonight. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit into deep right center field. This ball is going to get down, and it's going to get all the way to the wall. Rounding first, heading to second is Tatsumi, and he is going to stop there with a stand-up double, and that is more damage here for the Eagles. And I got to say that this is not vintage Arihara tonight. He is certainly struggling here. Our friend Dinger says the total was 6.5. I think that's going to that might be beaten up by the Golden Eagles here tonight before this inning is out, the way they keep swinging the bat. Now, we get a lot of Fukuoka fans who come through the stream, not as many Golden Eagle fans. I'm sure so we get a lot of a lot of Fukuoka fans, not so much Tohoku fans through our stream. As it is Daichi Suzuki who comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He's got the 2-run homer to his name. But the Fukuoka fans are unimpressed by this start, as that breaking ball drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Interested to know what the new live total would be for the over-under. I would think it's probably going to be up to about 9.5 at this point. And that might fall too. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses low, and the count goes even to 1-1. No Lies says, I actually go unders, but glad I stayed away on this one. The Golden Eagles are raking. Yeah, the Golden Eagles have been swinging the bat pretty good. I don't know if they've got the pitching, and I still stand by what I say. I guess we're going to die by the sword. I didn't think the Fighters would make the playoffs this year. I still don't think they will. Fastball swung on, grounded, foul, just past the bag at first base. Nice stop there by Yamakawa. It's going to run the count to 1-2. I still just don't think that the Fighters are going to do it. And I say that I just think they're a little too green, a little too young, but certainly a year away because they are playing some decent ball. I don't know if I think their defense is going to let them down if they get into the playoff situation. I still don't see them being crisp enough on the defensive side. And we'll probably be looking at a Chiba Fukuoka climax series in the Pacific League. Our friend Dinger says, yeah, it's tough to bet overs in the NPB. I think overs in the KBO, from what I understand, is like printing money. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Coming in on it is Shudo. Makes the catch. Retreating back to second is Tatsumi. And that is going to put the first out in the books here in inning number 3. That'll bring up the left fielder, Toshiki Abe. Our friend Dinger says, don't count out Yamuri. Yeah, in the Central League, I would have to say that it looks like Yokohama's fading. I don't know if they've got a run left in them, but by the looks of it, the top 3 teams are the Carp, the Tigers, and the Giants. And a little surprising that the Carp are top of the heap. Don't know how. I like their pitching, but I don't know how they're doing it offensively. As the right-hander Arihara holds himself to the belt. Now he pitches. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Elias says you can never get into the KBO for some reason. Yeah, the KBO, when I got a chance to watch it on ESPN during the year of 2020, we shall say, and I was watching some of the feeds in the middle of the night, just wasn't impressed. There's a fastball swung at his grounded up the middle, past the diving Imamiya into center field. Rounding third and heading home is Tatsumi. Here's the throw to the plate, and it's not going to be in time, and that is going to be the 6th run scored. An RBI single by Abe has driven home the 6th run of the ball game as Tatsumi comes around to score. giving the Eagles a 6-0 lead. And if that 6.5 is the pregame total, as our friend Dinger says, that is about to fall instantly. So nice swing there as it came right back up the middle. I thought it might have hit off the pitcher, but looked like it may have hit off the front part of the mound and taken a strange deflection, which was able to allow it to get by the shortstop in Mamiya. So 6-0. That's going to fluff up your ERA, as Kohei Arihara entered the game tonight with a 2.14 ERA, one of the best in the biz. But this is going to be taking a big-time beating. And the first pitch delivered to Maikel Franco is taken for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Franco hitting 243, 6 homers and 25 RBIs. Now, if Franco can really start putting it together, actually, he's hitting 241 now as he had entered the game at 243. As the pitch is on the way, it is a split finger pitch missing down, and the count's 1-1. That would be a huge boon for the Golden Eagles having his production. He's been fair to Midland in his time in Tohoku as far as I'm concerned. As the 1-1 pitch on the way, it's a fastball swung on, popped up over on the first base side. It is playable. Underneath it is the catcher, Takuya Kai, and he's there to make the catch, and that is going to retire Franco for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone with the runner at first. It's going to leave it all up to the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. So Ogo striding to the plate. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He doubled and scored a run in the second inning. And it is now a 6-0 lead here for the Eagles in inning number 3. They have just been putting the runs on the board against the Hawks in this one here tonight. No answer from the Hawks yet, and Kohei Arihara has not been able to find his groove. So here comes the first offering to the left-handed hitting Ogo, as Arihara delivers a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Arihara already up to 59 pitches here in the third inning. Now, we were calling this last weekend. We figured that maybe he wouldn't be hanging around, but he ended up throwing over 100 pitches in his last start. Let's see what happens here tonight. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded past the first baseman, Yamakawa, into right field, up and making the throw. And that ball is not going to be in time, as going first to third is Abbey. And that is a single here for Ogo. That puts runners at the corners with 2 gone. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Itsuki Muribayashi. And not only this, I'd have to say there's been some loud hits here off the bats of the Eagle players. I know our friend, Lai said earlier on, he says he stayed away because the Eagles are raking. Absolutely. There's been some loud hits and some loud outs. Our friend Athena 740 said, I won 35 from the Daily Dollar and chucked it all on the Eagles. Well, that's not a bad thing to do, because obviously the Eagles are flapping their wings here tonight. Well, that brings Muribayashi to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He's got an RBI. He drove in Ogo back in the second inning, or in that last inning here. Batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball dropping in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Curious to see how long a leash that the Hawks will leave their starter out for. They did have the day off yesterday, so the bullpens should be caught up on their rest. But certainly in the first game of a series, you never want to see your bullpen have to get taxed. Breaking ball misses, especially with Monday being a game, and they're going to have a string of, looks like about 9 games in a row. 1 ball and 1 strike. It is here to the shortstop, Muribayashi. As we mentioned, we'll be keeping you updated on the scores from around the NPB, as that breaking ball misses, and the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. There's been more scoring as the Giants have added to their lead. Bottom of the third inning, they're now up 2-0 on the Dragons. But don't look away from that one. The Dragons seem to have the Giants' number, as the 2-1 pitch is ready to come here from Arihara. breaking ball swung on, popped up over on the third base side. That's going to reach the seats in the count now. To Murray Biashi. I've got it at 1-2, but I think it's 2-2. We're going to have to look. I may have made a mistake here. It's definitely 2 strikes. You missed one. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third, Abbey. Runner at first, Ogo. 2 gone here in the top half of the third inning as the right-hander Arihara delivers. Fastball down. Here comes the throw down to second base, and sliding in safely is Ogo. He's going to get himself a stolen base. Murray Biashi has now got the count run full to him. Eagles have got runners at second and third with 2 gone. They are hunting for more runs here. That is for certain. We mentioned that we would catch you up on the other starter tomorrow night. It is going to be Ryota Takanaka. Will be starting for the Eagles against Carter Stewart Jr. in round 2 of this matchup. Here comes the 3-2 pitch as Arihara holds to the set. And now time has been called by Murray Biashi as he steps out of the batter's box. Takuya Kai gives the signals to his right-hander, who nods in agreement. Here comes the offering, the 3-2 pitch on the way. Kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded softly to second. Fielding it neatly is the second baseman, Makihara. He throws to first. That is going to retire Murray Biashi on a ground out 4-3. He's gone for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it. No runs, or sorry, 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the third inning. Your score is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 6, Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. No score. We'll be back with the bottom of the third in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight. And if you want some runs, generally that's when we play Matt Hollis. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are cruising to the last half of the third inning, and it is going to be Takuya Kai, Yukio Shudo, and Taisi Makihara to come to bat. Interestingly enough, as the Eagles have almost gone through twice through their order, the Hawks on the other side of the coin has still Kai and Shudo coming to bat for the first time here in inning number 3. The Eagles have sent 17 batters to the plate, en route to scoring their 6 runs, 66 pitches in the 3 innings for Kohei Arihara. He has not shown one of his better performances here tonight. That is for certain. As the right-hander Koja ready to go again here. As the right-hander Koja ready to go. Lefty Koja rocking into the windup, and he kicks and delivers. Fastball misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. Fred No Lies says, love the Rays white Devil Ray uniforms tonight that they wore, but Yandy Diaz cleats. He says it's not banana ball. When the MLB lifted the restrictions on cleat colors, it wasn't to allow that. Gonna have to go and check that out after the game. There's a breaking ball ticket for a called strike. It counts 1-1. I did watch as I said, I fell asleep watching the Giants and the Tigers early on. Woke up, the Tigers had a 2-0 lead and a no-hitter intact. And Kenta Maeda on the mound. He pitched fairly well tonight, actually, for Detroit. As the 1-1 pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul. The count now goes to 1-2 on Kai. And of course, the Giants came back with 2 runs to tie it and ended up walking off on a Mark Canha sacrifice fly to hurt his old team in the bottom of the 9th inning and to win the ball game 3-2. But I really didn't check in on any of the other scores or anything else around the MLB tonight. Fastball misses upstairs, count as 2-2. Getting the pregame nap in for this one was tough enough as it is. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Takuya Kai. Kai hitting .263 on the year, enjoying a offensive renaissance this season, 5 homers and 34 RBIs. And he pitches a breaking ball. It's taken for a called third strike. Kai stood there like the house by the side of the road. He didn't like the call from the home plate umpire. It looked like it was a really delayed call. And you could see that pitch looked like it was well below the knees. But he has gone in the books. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting conversations that are going to be held when he comes back. 1 gone there, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Yukio Shudo. Our friend Nolai says he had a fluorescent bright green cleat, and the other cleat was fluorescent pink to dark purple. As that breaking ball misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Yeah, that's the one thing that I remember in Major League Baseball for years. Everybody used to wear the black cleats. As there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0, with the exception of the Oakland A's, who used to wear the white ones. And that was kind of the shtick. Everybody was the same. And then they've done it. I mean, I got no problem if you're wearing New Balance or whatever else. I would like to see the shoes be the same colors. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. It's now 3-0 to Shudo. But I mean, hey, it's 2024, and who would have thought that Major League Baseball would be playing a game at the Brickyard? I think is it the Brickyard, or is it the as the fastball misses upstairs to Shudo? It's going to be ball 4. They're playing in Bristol, Tennessee, at the short track race. They're going to have the diamonds set up in the infield of the racetrack. So I'm kind of curious to see. It's going to be the Braves and the Reds in 2025. Curious to see how the fans will set up and how they will set up the field there. But that is what the plan is next year. So cross marketing a little bit of NASCAR, keeping it in the attention, or at least the stadium, and then being able to play the ball game. They're kind of unique. So Taisi Makihara steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's grounded to first his only time up. He has Shudo at first base. And the pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Taisi Makihara. I guess whatever draws attention to the sport and keeps it in people's eyes, I guess would be the way I would put it. If you can do that, then I guess that brings new people to the sport and keeps people currently that are watching the game engaged a little bit more. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Koja delivers. Breaking ball swung on and lifted foul over on the third base side. Count now goes to 0-2. I like what they do in Japan, how they do have the neutral site games. I think those are really effective when they play the games at some of the other stadiums, the regional stadiums. I got no problem with any of that. I think it's really, really good. I think it allows the fans to be involved as the 0-2 pitch is forthcoming here from Koja. As he kicks and fires, fastball taken just outside. Count goes to 1-2 on Makihara. That pitch looked pretty darn good. Friend Olai says that will be very interesting. I'd rather see that than another Field of Dreams game. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure. Are they doing the Field of Dreams game again this year? Or is that an annual event? I know they're doing the Little League game in Williamsport. That doesn't go off until another week or two when the Little League World Series is underway. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Cross-market Little League as well with the Major League Baseball playing in Williamsport. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Taisi Makihara. Left-hander against the left-hander. Koja ready to go again. And he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Makihara. And when you think about it, with fans who are around the game, especially when you've got people that are outside of major league markets, they don't always get an opportunity to see major league talent, and to be able to play in Bristol, Tennessee, a major league game, you're going to get all kinds of people that would get a chance to go that maybe wouldn't be able to go if they were in a market somewhere else. There's a fastball swung on his tap foul over on the first base side. Counts 2-2 to Makihara. If you could play a game in Oklahoma, what are the chances of, you got a lot of people in Oklahoma, that would be a huge deal for people to come to a game. Yeah, they have minor league baseball there, but for somebody to be able to get to see a major league game in the state of Oklahoma, never to leave their home state. Some people don't really travel, or maybe can't afford to travel, but can afford to go to a game. Major League Baseball is bringing the game to them. It'd be a big deal. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Makihara. He goes in the books for the second out of the inning, and that is going to leave it all up to Kenta Imamiya. So by our count tonight, that's the 5th strikeout here by Koja. So 5 strikeouts in the books here, and we're only 2 2/3 innings in the books. But as I say, if you get an opportunity to be able to go into, see a couple of the games if they're in the local area, I think that's kind of neat. So here comes the offering from the lefty, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0 to Kenta Imamiya. Yeah, you think of the major league markets like, Seattle and Oakland and San Francisco, and, big areas where there's large populations and people become accustomed to seeing their teams. All of a sudden, you get to see them in the rural settings. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-1 on Imamiya. Just because kind of a neat job. I know the National Hockey League did that. It was doing that up in Canada. They would go and play in different markets. For example, like Toronto Maple Leafs would play in London, Ontario. Now, London has a decent population. They go play in the junior rink. The Vancouver Canucks would do that in Kamloops. They would go into smaller settings and allow the fan base to be able to come out and support. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. Our friend No Lies says, even in Nebraska, the College World Series looks like a blast. Want to see a game in Omaha one day. It's interesting that you say that. I've actually talked about that myself. I wouldn't mind going to Omaha as well to catch one of the games. The College World Series, certainly a festive atmosphere, would be a great experience. I don't know if I'd want to be a full-time goer of that, as there's a fastball swung on and lined right to the glove of the second baseman, Kobakata, and that is going to do it. Imamiya hit the ball on the screws, but he's gone for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left aboard, as we are now moving to the top of the 4th. A third of the game in the books. It is the Eagles 6th and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. Well, the top of the 4th inning is just around the corner. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll try to conjure up some runs here for the Hawks in a little bit. Make this one more interesting. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is Kohei Arihara on for his fourth inning of work. He'll be facing check that, maybe not, as it is going to be number 38 coming into the ball game. And so we are going to have ourselves a pitching game change as the Hawks are moving to the bullpen. They've seen enough of Arihara. It's going to be Ryotaro Sawayanagi. We saw Sawayanagi pitch last weekend, as he is coming in and more than likely going to be asked to log a couple innings here, as he will be taking over on in relief. So Ryotaro Sawayanagi on in relief. And he's going to be entrusted to face Hikaru Oda, Hirota Kobakata, and Hidetto Asamura, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the batting order. Hitting 188 on the year with the homer and 19 runs batted in. Sawayanagi kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count goes to 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Our friend No Lies says he still likes hearing the clink off the metal bats. I'm not sure I can say the same. I always like the crack of the bat off the wood as that fastball misses inside, the counts 2-0, especially some of the metal bats that were made recently in recent years. We used to call them the trampoline bats, that the kid level, that the balls would just touch the bat and would go flying. I like the fact that they went with the BB core bats, where it's taken out the pop out of the bat. It's made it more like a wood bat. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander ready to go again. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-1 on Oda. Hawks find themselves down 6 here in the early going, as it is a 6-0 lead for the Tohoku Ball Club. The other scores from around the NPB, it's still 1-0 with the Lions over the Fighters. As Sawayanagi delivers a fastball. This is swung on, is lifted into right center field, giving chase. And this ball is going to get down. It's off the wall. Fielded by Shuto. He comes up, firing it back into the infield, and cruising into second with a stand-up double is Hikaru Oda. So the hit parade continues here for the Eagles. That's their 8th hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Hirota Kobakata. For Kobakata tonight, he hit his first homer of the year back in the 2nd inning. He's got himself a 1-for-2 night with that homer and a pair of runs driven in. So he strides to the plate here to face the right-hander Sawayanagi for the first time. Right-hander against the left-hander. As the righty Sawayanagi works himself to the set. He checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Squaring to bunt is Kobakata, and it's a split-finger pitch that misses down. Count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Once this game is completed tonight, we'll give you the roundup of the games that did go on while this one was going on as well. But more than likely than anything else, it'll be a one and done in terms of a stream for us tonight. We'll be sticking around for the games that would go off at the 6 o'clock local time, Japan time, as that ball is bunted foul down the third base line this time, and the count is 1-1. Interesting that it's not an early square here. It looked like he was trying to push it, or first time drag it for a base hit, then pushed it. But 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Kobakata. Now it looks like he is fully engaged to want to sacrifice the runner over to third. So he's got himself all set up. Here comes the pitch from Sawayanagi. And the pitch on the way, it is bunted, it's down, it's decent. Sawayanagi fields it, he throws the first, and that is going to advance the runner over to third. So Oda goes safely to third. It's going to be a sacrifice, 1-4 on the putout. Kobakata gone for the first out of the inning, and then that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Hidetto Asamura. And for Asamura tonight, he is officially 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded to short. So the big fella who is the captain of the Eagles has not really been called to produce on anything here tonight. And probably okay with the Eagles if his bat stays silent in this one here, as they will need him in the future. Well, Asamura batting here, as we said, 0 for 2 in this one. Runner at third. The infield is in for the Hawks, as the right-hander Sawayanagi holds to the set. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. For those of you who are just joining us, it was a 2-run homer in the first inning off the bat of Daichi Suzuki. After the Eagles added a run in the second, it was another 2-run homer off the bat of Hirota Kobakata to make it 5-0. Then Ryosuke Tatsumi was brought home on an RBI single by Toshiki Abe in the third inning. That breaking ball misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Asamura. And that is where we sit right now with a 6-0 lead for the Tohoku Ball Club. They've come in and shell-shocked the Hawks here in game number 1 of the series. So here comes the 2-0 offering as Asamura waggling the bat. Sawayanagi delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. The count now goes to 3-0. May not be the worst scenario to walk the runner here. Batter here. You might as well just hold up the fourth finger, because that would set up the double play possibility. Although I have to say they have run on Kai tonight. They have a couple of stolen bases due the Eagles. But I wouldn't consider Asamura to be a base-stealing threat. He only has 1 on the year, but would definitely set up a potential double play. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and rather than just holding the 4 fingers up, he gets the walk just the same. And that is going to put Asamura to first, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. Well, for Tatsumi tonight, he has been all over the base paths. He walked and stole a base and scored a run in the first inning, and he doubled and scored a run in the third. So officially 1 for 1 in the books. Now we have a conference on the mound here as the defense has come out to talk about how they're going to deploy this situation with runners on the corners. So Takuya Kai had brought everybody in, and now that conference is over, and the Hawks are going to have to play a little bit of defense here if they want to try to keep the Eagles from extending their lead. Interesting. Yamakawa not really holding the runner at first. He's got himself a couple of steps off of the base. I don't know if I like that. I think I'd still want to be holding the runner on. He's giving him an extra half a step toward the bag at second. Here comes the first pitch from Sawayanagi. It's a fastball swung on. It's popped up into shallow left field. Yanagamachi coming in underneath it. He makes the catch, tagging at third and heading home. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is not going to be in time. And that is going to be another run for the Golden Eagles. It's now 7-0. Sacrifice fly by the left fielder, Tatsumi. That brings home the 7th run of the game. He's gone for the second out, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Daichi Suzuki. So the Hawk fans here, unless you got something up your sleeve, not sure what we're going to have here. He didn't leave early by our account. We got the replay of that one. So the runner at second, and it was Asamura who did tag up on that, by the way. Asamura is the runner at second, Daichi Suzuki at the plate. And here comes the first pitch to Suzuki. That is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Suzuki tonight 1 for 2, a homer in 2 trips. He's knocked in a pair. He's also flown to center field his other time up. So the right-hander Sawayanagi ready to deliver again as he works himself to the belt. Here comes the 1-0 offering. Checks the runner, now delivers. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Count now goes to 2-0 on Suzuki. Breaking ball, and you could see Sawayanagi walking back to the mound, trying to figure out where his release point is. So here comes the 2-0 pitch as the right-hander works himself to the set. And he pitches on the way. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul into the seats over on the left field line. Count now is 2-1 to Suzuki. $7-0 Golden Eagles are enjoying the lead here as they got out to a early jump here in this one. So Inagi nods in agreement with his catcher Kai. And here comes the pitch. And it is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3-1 to Daichi Suzuki. Again, Sawayanagi ready to go here as he gets the sign from Kai. One thing is Sawayanagi really working slowly. Here's the 3-1. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. This ball is going to get down. It's into the corner. It's going to be extra bases. Rounding third and heading home is Asamura. That's going to be the 8th run of the ball game. And cruising into second with a double is Daichi Suzuki. RBI double, his 3rd RBI of the ball game. And the Golden Eagles are thumping the ball all around the PayPay Dome here tonight. 8-0. They now have the lead. I know they do some crazy stuff in Major League Baseball as well as in the NPB for different types of promotions. I don't know about so much in Japan, but in North America, if the team goes down by 8 or more runs through the 3rd inning and you stick around for the rest of the ball game, they should offer you a free drink at the end of the game of your choice. There's a fastball that misses down and in to Abby, and the count is 1-0. Abby tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also driven in a run. And now they've got time as they're coming out to the mound. I wonder if they're bringing the trainer out to see Sawayanagi, because Takuya Kai has come out. It's exactly what's happened. The trainer is out, and it looks like that might be, based on what we saw, that could be the end of the night for the right-hander. Not sure what is happening here, but obviously Takuya Kai saw something. He's limping off the mound, so it looks like it's going to be lower body related. I think his night's going to be over here, and they are making the hurry-up call to the bullpen, as they're going to need a little bit extra time to take him out of the ball game. Well, we got ourselves a pause in the action here. Not much I could do for you. I can't entertain you with juggling or jokes or anything else. Not very good at that, but we're just going to have to take a time out here as Sawayanagi's night is done. The pitching coach is on the phone to the bullpen. We'll get a look at the replay to see where that looked like it may have happened there. It looked like it was on his landing foot, and you saw he just sort of hopped up in the air after he landed. He got his cleats caught. Who knows? Might have been a calf muscle or something along those lines. But his night looks like it's over. We're going to take a little mini break here as we are in the top of the 4th inning. 8-0 for the Eagles. Not much else I could say at this point, guys. Hang tight with us. We'll try to keep you entertained for the rest of this one here tonight. We'll be right back after this. We got ourselves an 8-0 lead as the Hawks are looking at the wrong side of the score here. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Pitching change about to happen. We'll get that for you in just a few when we return. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Takahiro Hasegawa coming on in relief. He is a left-hander to be used by the Hawks here in this one. The 25-year-old is taking over here. He'll be the third pitcher used here in inning number 4. He is making his 22nd appearance of the year. He's posted a 3.06 earned run average. So we're going to see Hasegawa here as he completes his warm-up tosses. We'll be back in just a couple moments. 30 seconds to be exact, as we'll give you all the action when we return. Welcome back, everybody. It looks like Hasegawa is pretty much completed his warm-up tosses here. Looks like he's asked for a couple more, and he'll be ready to get this one going. 8-0, the Eagles have the lead as he is coming in to face Toshiki Abe. Abe will be, it's already 1 ball and no strikes to him, but this will finish off the hitter here. He will be the responsibility of Sawa Yanagi, as it'll be Abe here, and then he'll be facing Mikael Franco after that. So we've got ourselves 2 out here. Abe at the plate, Franco on deck, runner at second, Suzuki. As the lefty ready to go here, here comes the first offering, and it is a fastball that just misses outside for a ball. The count is 1-0 or 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Abe. 8-0 Eagles have the lead here in the top of inning number 4. It has been a game that has gone from bad to worse for the Hawks here in this one so far. As the fastball is swung on, it is lifted into straightaway center field, giving chase is Shuto. This ball's over his head. He's going to have to play it off the wall. Coming around to score the 9th run of the game is Suzuki, and it is going to be another extra base hit for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, as it is Abe who absolutely obliterated that ball to straightaway center field, the 10th hit of the ball game. We're only here in the 4th inning, the second RBI of the night for Abe. Watch that one again. That ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and Shuto had a great jump, and it was drilled about 2/3 of the way up the wall and straightaway center field. So Abe is aboard as the runner at second base. And that brings Mikael Franco to the plate. So the hit parade continues. 9-0 Eagles. And their pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. And I laughed. I said, when the live goes to where it's 9.5 for the over-under, that would have been in jeopardy. I was kind of saying it tongue-in-cheek back in the 2nd inning. But that is more than the truth. There's a fastball swung on. It's popped up on the right side of the infield. Otake Yamakawa underneath it. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to retire Franco for the 3rd out of the inning. But yet again, another crooked number on the board here for the Eagles. They put 3 runs on the board on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Moving to the bottom of the 4th inning, your score is the Eagles 9, the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. We're going to see one of 2 things tonight, either a big score line for the Hawks or the Eagles, or one of the greatest comebacks in NPB history if the Hawks can get themselves going. We'll be right back in just a few.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Ryoya Kurihara, Hotake Yamakawa, and Kensuke Kondo to come to bat here, as it is the first offering from Koja is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. 51 pitches for the Golden Eagles lefty through the first 3 innings, as he is ready to face Kurihara for the second time. 0-for-1 is Kurihara. Struck out his first time up. The pitch on the way is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty Koja ready to rock and roll again as he is ready to rock into the delivery. Here comes the pitch. As he kicks and fires a fastball that misses down and in, and it's now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Another night here for us on the YouTube channel. As we said, we'll be back on the airwaves tomorrow night. Same 2 teams. Fastball misses outside. It's going to be ball 4, and Kurihara is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the 4th inning. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Hotake Yamakawa. Be curious to see how many pitches they let the starter roll here and where the Eagles are with their bullpen. Obviously, with the day off yesterday for these 2 teams, everybody should have a well-rested pen. I just don't know what the bullpen would have as far as availability for them, but also, too, in terms of the talent that's there. I know that the Eagles have struggled at the back end. Losing Yuki Matsui, having Enraku basically get fired and move to the Mexican League because they released them, let them go, really hurt the back end of their bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Hotake Yamakawa. Yamakawa 1-for-1 tonight. He singled his first time up. He's got the only hit in the ball game right now for the Hawks, as the big fella waits here on the offering from the lefty Koja. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Yamakawa waggling the bat. He's got it very high in the zone. Here comes the pitch from Koja, the 1-1 on the way. And it is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. Certainly that is one thing. Yamakawa is a double play candidate. Does not run particularly well. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting first baseman of the Hawks. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yamakawa. Lefty Koja works himself set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the way, fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. Count remains at 2-2. Making a couple of updates as we are making some notes here for tomorrow. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Yamakawa goes in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. And as we said tonight, pretty impressive performance here by Koja. By our books, that is the 6th strikeout here in just over 3 innings of work. 3 1/3 innings. He's got 6 punch-outs. That is punching above his weight right now. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo tonight, he is 0 for 1. He has flown to left field, his only trip to the plate. As the lefty Koja ready to deliver to the left-handed hitting Kondo. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses down, and the count is 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. Very dangerous hitter is Kondo. You would expect that at some point he's going to deliver something for the Hawks. Has that ability to put the ball in play, and he pretty much at will. One of the best hitters in the Pacific League. There's a fastball swung on, grounded to first. They tag first base, does Franco. He throws down to second, and that is going to be a 3-6 double play. Oh, what a nice play there by Mikhail Franco to end the inning, as that is going to erase Kondo for the second out. The third out is Kurihara at second base. And that will do it. It's an unconventional 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're now through 4 complete. It is the Eagles 9 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. The top of the 5th inning is just around the corner. We'll be right back after this. Our friend No Lies says they have a pretty big wall out there too, and that was probably gone when he was talking about the hit by Abby. Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing. Large walls in these stadiums. For certain. We'll be right back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll see you in a few.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball, where we're going to open some dancing heroine cards during this intermission. Japanese baseball has cheerleaders for their sport. So let's see what we get from the Japanese baseball cheerleaders. Got swallows, and I bet she does. We have the Lions. It's one of my favorite teams. Wow. Now that's all sorts of nice. Ramu. Very cool. We have Neon. And we have Angels. Of Hiroka. And the one Japanese card no one can read, we got from the Giants. So everybody, enjoy the game. Back to you, Freddie, and peace out.
Welcome back to everybody. It's Yuya Ogo, Itsuki Moribayashi, and Hikaru Oda, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order. And Ogo is in the hole here at 1-2 as he just fouled off that last pitch. We're a little late coming back from the break. Ogo is 2 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and a double in his 2 trips. He's also scored a run and stolen a base. So he's enjoyed himself a fine night at the plate. So the left-handed hitting right fielder is facing Hasegawa for the first time. There's a breaking ball that misses way outside. The count now goes to 2-2. If you just joined us, the Eagles have been an absolute hitting machine here tonight. 9-10-1 for the Eagles. 9-10-0 for the Eagles. 0-1-0 for the Hawks. As there is a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Ogo goes in the books for the first out of the inning. An absolute onslaught here of runs. A couple of home runs tonight, 2 two-run homers. In the first inning by Daichi Suzuki and the second inning by Hirota Kobakata. That has been the way that the Eagles have flexed their muscles. And then they had another crooked number in the fourth inning when they put 3 runs on the board. So that is where we stand right now with a 9-0 Eagle lead. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Muribayashi. Muribayashi tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also scored a run and driven in a run. As the lefty delivers, and Hasegawa throws a fastball. It's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Hasegawa again delivers. It's a breaking ball missing down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. Arihara started. He was relieved by Sawa Yanagi, who left with an injury in the last half inning. And now the ball's been given to Hasegawa here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted foul down the right field line, and the count remains at 1-2 to Muribayashi. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The lefty again gets the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. He works himself to the set. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Moving over to his right and making the catch is Tomoya Masaki. And that is going to retire Muribayashi for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here for the Eagles. That's going to leave it up to the catcher, Hikaru Oda. And for Oda, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a double in 2 trips. He's also scored a run. Batting from the right side here against the left-handed throwing Hasegawa. There's a fastball swung. This ball is driven into deep left field. This ball can be trouble, and it's off the wall. And it is fielded off the wall by Yanagamachi, sliding into second. Oh, a nice play by the left fielder, but just not quite enough to get Oda, who gets himself his second double and as many at-bats. He's going to cruise in with a 2-out double. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Kobakata. But what a play there by Yanagamachi. Fielded the ball off the wall and fired a one-hop shot to the base at second base just a little bit late. Really fielded that one well. I got to say, the Eagles have been playing pepper with the outfield wall here tonight. Throw is just a little bit offline as Makihara trying to apply the tag. So the runner at second base is Oda, and the first pitch delivered to Kobakata is taken for a called strike. The count's 0-1. Kobakata tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a homer in 2 trips. He's driven in a couple of runs, and he's also had a sacrifice bunt. So officially 1 for 2 on his stat line. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And our friend No Lies earlier said they have a pretty big wall. Yeah, no doubt. That's probably helped keep yet another ball in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that backs Kobakata off the plate. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty matchup. As it pitches on the way, it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Kobakata. Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles out enjoying a 9-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. As the lefty works himself to the set, here comes the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. They appeal to the first base umpire, but they say he didn't go. That is going to be ball 4. Kobakata's get himself a walk. That's going to be runners at first and second. That's going to bring Hideo Asamura to the plate. or at least it's scheduled to bring Asamoah to the plate. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled here. I wonder at what point that the Tohoku Ball Club starts substituting some of their players out. My guess would be around the 7th inning. So Asamoah steps in here. He is, as we said tonight, 0 for 2. He's walked and scored a run. Average is nestled in at 250 on the year, and he takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Also would expect a pitching parade to continue for the Hawks here. Curious to see how they're going to manage their pen here. As we said before, nothing worse than the first game of a series when you have to start blowing up your pen. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Lefty ready to go again as he works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This is lined foul into the temporary seating over on the first base side. It cracks me up, that temporary seating where the fans will sit in there with their helmets on. Even some people will bring gloves, but I don't know. You want to be that close to the field, you better be paying attention, and you better not be on your phone. I was driving today, heading in to do some instruction, and had a woman walking across the street on a red light on her phone with her head down. We had to give her the blast of the horn so she could pay attention. Well, if you're watching a ball game and you're not paying attention, so that fastball misses up, and the count is 1-2. Can give you all the helmets, the L screens, the netting that you want. You might be lit up with a ball that's screaming toward you. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This is tap foul over on the first base side. That's going to bounce into the temporary seating. The count remains at 1-2. Couple weeks' time when I'll be sitting at the Jingu Stadium seeing the Giants and the Swallows go head-to-head. I did not pick any seats in the temporary seating. I can guarantee you that. Here's the 1-2. It is a breaking ball waved out and missed. That's going to retire Asamoah. He's in the books for the 3rd out of the inning. Halfway through this one here, and finally the Eagles are not able to score a run in their half of the inning. No runs in the inning on the benefit of 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left aboard. We are now through 4.5. Your score is the Eagles 9, the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is a 9-0 lead for the Eagles over the Hawks as we move to the bottom of the 5th. And coming to bat for Fukuoka will be Tomoya Masaki, Tetsuro Yanagamachi, and Takuya Kai. Scheduled to face the left-hander Tetsuki Koja. The Hawks were jumped for 2 runs in the first inning. The Eagles then added 3 more in the second, another one in the third, and 3 more in the fourth. That is where we stand as they are enjoying themselves a healthy lead here. As we mentioned, we'll keep you up to date on the other out-of-town scoreboard as we look at the scores across the NPB. Giants still have a 2-0 lead over the Dragons. That game is in the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 7th inning, Lions have a 1-0 lead over the Fighters. Those are the only games that are going on right now in the NPB. All the rest of the games get going at 6 o'clock local time. As that first pitch is swung on and tapped foul over on the third base side. The count is quickly 0-1 to Masaki. Masaki's flown to right, his only trip to the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. As he's ready to face the lefty here for the second time. 63 pitches through the 4 innings for Koja. As he kicks and fires, it's a breaking ball swung on, rolled over to short. Murray Biashi fields it, throws to first, and they get him by 5 steps. And that is a ground out 6-3 for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and that brings up Tetsuro Yanagamachi to the plate. Well, for Yanagamachi, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. As the lefty are ready to go back to work here. As Koja ready to go, he rocks into the windup and he delivers. The pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. As Koja rocks into the windup and delivers again, here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul. Count is now 0-2 to Yanagamachi. So no balls and 2 strikes. Got to say, one thing I admire about the Japanese fans is that they hang in there right to the bitter end. Your team could be getting punched out, and they're not heading to the exits. There's a fastball that's check swing fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. Saw that last year a couple times. You got the games, they'll stay right into the bitter end, and then when the game's done, they're not leaving either because they usually have the player of the game or they make the announcements and they talk about that. Well, I don't really stick around for the interviews because if I can't understand what they're saying, I have to move on. Unless, of course, it's one of the North American players as there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Not so much out of disrespect. It's I want to try to make my way out of there. And certainly remember last year when I saw the Lions play the Fighters, couldn't get out of there quick enough. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Lion fans getting pummeled on their home field by the Fighters. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as the lefty delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded on the backhand by the second baseman Kobakata. He throws to first, and Yanagamachi is retired on a ground out 4-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. Well, if you're hoping for an extra couple of runs in this one, you may not be getting it. As it looks like that they are going to go quietly here. So the over-under, as we said at the start of the game when our friend Dinger was in here, was 6.5. That fell fast. I'm not sure what the live in-game one would be now. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball that just misses outside. The count is 1-0. Home plate umpire comes out to wipe off the outside corner of the plate. He get punched Takuya Kai out the last time. I'm probably breathing a sigh of relief as that last pitch looked like it could have been a called strike. So 1 ball and no strikes to Kai as the lefty Koja rocks into the windup and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. But that ball is going to get down. It's going to bounce. Almost takes a wild bounce over the head of Tatsumi. So Takuya Kai is aboard with a 2-out single here in the 5th inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder Yukio Shudo. So Takuya Kai continues his hot hitting. As we said, entering the ball game tonight, hitting .263. Well, that knock there is going to pick up the average a little bit as that ball falls into center field. That was a nice job there by Tatsumi to backpedal and be able to stop the ball, as that ball looked like it might have been able to trickle over his head. So here comes the first pitch to Shudo as Koja kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Not a lot of base runners tonight for the Hawks either. They've had the 2 hits now, as that hit by Kai was only the second of the ball game, as there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. They have had themselves a couple of walks. One was erased in the double play in the last half inning. So that is where we stand here in this one. So 1 ball and 1 strike as the lefty kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball missing down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th inning, 9-0 for the Eagles as the lefty holds set, kicks and fires. Fastball swung on. This ball is hit up the middle and to center field for a base hit. And stopping at second is going to be Takuya Kai. It is going to be Shudo with his second time he's reached base today. He was on a walk in the 3rd inning, and now he's got a base hit, and that's going to bring the top of the order up in Taisi Makihara. So maybe this game isn't over yet. Let's spot him a 9-0 lead, and let's watch the Hawks to see if they can come back, because they can put some runs on the board here in a hurry too. So Shudo with a base hit. 3rd hit of the ball game now for Fukuoka as he establishes his lead at first. Takuya Kai is blocking him at second. And Taisi Makihara at the plate 0 for 2 today. He is struck out and grounded to first in his 2 trips. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. The count is quickly 1-0 Makihara. So 1 ball and no strikes. As the lefty works himself to the set. And here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers, breaking ball that misses down. And the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Hawks fans are in full voice here. They got to start chipping away at some point. They want to get their way back into this one. So 2 balls and no strikes it is as the lefty works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. And he fires. It's a breaking ball missing upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-0. Kenta Imamiya waits his turn on deck. Coach has got to come to him 3 times. One would have to think that the Eagles brass is a little bit concerned if they can maybe try to squeeze another inning out of their starter. It makes it a lot easier on the back end of the bullpen. Here comes the 3-0 pitch as Koja works set. Checks the runners, and here comes the pitch. Fastball misses way outside. That's going to be ball 4. Makihara is going to walk to load the bases. That's going to bring Kenta Imamiya to the plate. Advancing to third is Kai. Shudo goes to second, and now that's going to get a visit from the Golden Eagles pitching coach, as they've got the bases full of Hawks with 2 out here. He's getting some words of encouragement from his infielders, but the pitching coach, Oyama, on the mound here to talk to his young left-hander. So maybe this game isn't over yet. Just on the scoreboard, it looks that way, but certainly maybe not in terms of a potential comeback here for the Hawks. So 9-0 lead here for the Eagles, as we said numerous times. And the Hawks are threatening, looking to try to break the ice here. And it's going to be the top part of the batting order coming up here. They have to try to do it, as Imamiya here 0 for 2 tonight. He's lined to second, and he struck out looking in his 2 trips. He's hitting .259 on the year. He's got those 3 homers and 23 runs driven in. But Imamiya seems to have a bit of a flair for dramatics these days. And here comes the first pitch from Koja. And it's a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Ryoya Kurihara waiting his turn on deck. Then it gets into the big guys of Yamakawa and Kondo. So all of this getting going here with 2 outs. The first 2 batters of the inning went quietly, and then it's been a knock, and a walk that have put Koja into a bit of a problem here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball misses down, and now Koja looks like he's had a hard time remembering how to throw strikes. Still no action in the Eagles bullpen yet, and I guess from this standpoint is why, but looks like he has lost his way a little bit here in this half inning. By our count, that is 6 straight balls delivered by the lefty. And if I'm Imamiya, I've got my bat planted on my shoulder firmly here. Here comes the 2-0. Pitch on the way. Fastball comes inside, almost hits Imamiya. It's now 3-0. We're getting ourselves the yips right in the middle of an inning. And just in this inning alone here, if we take a look at the pitch count of the lefty, as we wait here on the offering to Imamiya, 21 pitches in the inning and 11 have been for balls. There's a fastball finally taken for a called strike, and the count now is 3-1. Just was waiting on that update of the numbers to make sure that our numbers were right. Our friend No Lies says the Eagles were definitely not having any part of the under. Yeah, not in this one here tonight. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. As Imamiya waits, and it's on its way. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and now the count's 3-2. I probably would have done the same because now the runners are going to be in motion. So this pitch here is going to be a payoff pitch here that Koja's got to come 3 times to Imamiya. Got to put a good swing on a good pitch here. Runner at third, Kai. Runner at second, Shudo. Runner at first is Makihara. Runners are going to be on the move as the 3-2 is on the way. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. Lined up the middle for a base hit. That's going to get 1 run in. It's going to get 2 runs in. And rounding second and stopping at third is going to be Makihara. So a 2-run single off the bat of Imamiya has now cut the lead to 9-2. So don't look now. Here come the Hawks. So that is not exactly what the Eagles had in mind before what we like to call the Japanese halftime, as both Kai and Shudo have crossed the plate, cutting the lead to 7. Those overs and unders are trickling away here. Certainly the under went away a long time ago. Nice piece of hitting there by Imamiya. And they're still looking for more as Kurihara comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked, was erased in a double play his last time up. And still no action in the Eagle bullpen yet. I would at least think for the 6th inning, you got to start thinking about moving to the pen. We're already at 87 pitches for your starter. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now is 0-1 to Kurihara. I'm just still a little bit amazed at the amount of runs that have already been tacked on here. This is crazy. So here comes the 0-1 pitch as the lefty kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses up and away, and the count is 1-1. We had a 4-hour game last weekend, but the game was highly entertaining for different reasons. This one here could be entertaining for maybe the wrong reasons. If you're not an Eagles fan, you got to think that maybe this 9-2 lead isn't very safe if you're Tohoku. You got to start thinking about scoring some more runs. So here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, balls belted into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to be another run to cross the plate. Makihara scores to make the score now 9-3. An RBI single here off the bat of Kurihara. And the hit parade is now continuing here for the Hawks. Kenta Imamiya. Have to get a look there to see if he stopped at second. Now the phone is starting to ring in the Eagles bullpen as they're making a call to get somebody up. But we could have seen that a couple of batters ago. Ball was absolutely scorched on a one-hop liner right to the right fielder. Ogo making the easy run was Makihara. I just haven't seen if Imamiya stopped at second or if he went around to third. And that brings to the plate Hotake Yamakawa. This runner's at first and second, as Imamiya did stop at second base. Here comes the offering to the lefty Yamakawa. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses up, and the count is 1-0. Well, home run here by Yamakawa makes it a whole new ball game, and a lot more interesting one at that. We were thinking a 9-0 runaway, but now the Hawks are starting to flex their muscles. 9-3 here, Eagles in the bottom half of the fifth. Here comes the pitch. As the lefty delivers, it is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep center field. This ball could be trouble. Moving back on the warning track, and it's gone straight away center field. Can you believe it? Hotake Yamakawa with a 3-run shot has cut the lead to 9-6. Unbelievable. Kenta Imamiya crosses the plate, as does Ryoya Kurihara. It is the 21st homer of the year for the big fella. And that has now made the scoreline 9-6. And don't go away, everybody. We thought this one might be over early. If you're a Hawks fan and you were checking out, you might be wanting to check back in, as it is now a 9-6 scoreline for the Golden Eagles. If they don't have the bullpen going now, they certainly got to get it going. Oh, my goodness. Our friend No Lie says this kid just got shelled. Absolutely. That ball was absolutely spanked. So here comes the first pitch to Kensuke Kondo. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. And you could tell he just lost the command of his pitches. And they were hoping and praying they could probably get him through the fifth inning, and I think they still are right now, but the 5-alarm blaze has got to be on. There is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count now is 1-1 on Kondo. They definitely have action in the bullpen now. They got another left-hander up and throwing. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Kondo. As they kick and deliver, it is a fastball swung on and grounded foul on the third base side. Hawks have batted around in this inning, as this is the ninth hitter to come to the plate. And all of the damage have come with 2 out. Masaki and Yanagamachi grounded out each to start the inning, and then it's just been a onslaught of hits. And there is a fastball swung on and missed, and Kondo is in the books. He's gone for the third out of the inning finally. But damage done, and lots of it here by the Hawks. 6 runs in the inning on the benefit of 5 hits. No errors and nobody left the board. We're now moving to the top of the 6th inning. Your score is the Eagles 9, the Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. We got some entertaining Friday night baseball more ahead of us here. We're going to put the music on loop. We'll take our break, as it is the Japanese halftime. We'll be back in a few minutes with all the action when we return. Well, don't sleep on us yet, everybody. We've got ourselves a 9-6 ball game, Eagles over the Hawks. We'll be back in just a few after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is already back underway as it is a reliever. We've got ourselves Kazuki Sugiyama on, the fourth pitcher to use tonight by the Fukuoka Ball Club. And it is 1-1 strike to Ryosuke Tatsumi. Tatsumi tonight is officially 1 for 1. He's got a walk and a sac fly as he takes a breaking ball for a called strike. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1-2 strikes. So number 4 used here by the Hawks, as it is a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to put Tatsumi in the books for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away as Sugiyama has got his first batter that he has faced. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Daichi Suzuki. And for Suzuki, he is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a homer, a double. He's knocked in 3. He's also flown out to center field. As the right-hander rocks himself into the windup and delivers a fastball that misses inside. The count is quickly 1-0. Suzuki, with his 2 hits tonight, has raised his season average up to 283. The 4 homers and 33 runs driven in now for the veteran third baseman of the Eagles as he swings through a split finger, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 strike. Pretty amazing stuff here, the way that this game has taken place here tonight so far. Fastball swung on. This ball is belted in deep right field. This ball is going to be trouble, but no, it's going to get run down by Masaki just at the edge of the warning track. Well, Suzuki's had some good swings tonight. That was another one. That one just happened behind the glove of the right fielder. So he is in the books for the second out. That's going to leave it all up to the left fielder, Toshiki Abe. And for Abe tonight, he is officially 2 for 3. He's got a single, a double, a pair of RBIs, and a ground out to his name, as he steps to bat here to face the right-hander Sugiyama for the first time. He stands really deep in the batter's box and very, very upright. And the pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. As the right-hander rocks again and delivers, there's a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul over on the third base side. And the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of a seesaw affair now on our hands, as we thought it was going to be all Eagles and a runaway here tonight, but the Hawks responding with 6 in the bottom of the 5th, making this a game. And there's a fastball that's come inside, and it has nailed Abe. And so he is going to be aboard. He couldn't get out of the way quick enough. Trainer comes out to check on him. I think he's going to be okay. He's going to make his way to first base. So that is nothing worse when you got the guy 0-2 and you come inside and you nail him. So he is on his way to first base, and that will bring up the first baseman, Mikael Franco. So for Franco, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has grounded to short, popped to the catcher, and popped to first. We were talking before they could use his bat to come alive and provide some serious instant impact. Right-hander leans in, gets the side. Now he works himself to the set. Here comes the offering. It is a fastball that misses down. However, the home plate umpire goes up with the right hand because he felt that Franco had gone around. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Franco's bat could be of a serious weapon and a big use for the Eagles. Eagles really, in my opinion, haven't not had a lot of success with the import players over the last few years. Fastball swung on, is popped up on the first base side, moving over toward the temporary seating, and with room to make the catch is Yamakawa. And that's going to retire Franco for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for the Eagles in their half of the 6th inning. They go quietly with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 9 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 6. Stick around. I'd be shocked if we saw another return of the starting pitcher. I think his night is done, but we'll get you that pitching change when we return here in just a few. Thanks for staying with us, everybody. This game is definitely been a strange one here tonight. We'll be right back after this from our friend, Steve Rademacher.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters slated to come to bat for Fukuoka, but we do have a pitching change as the Tohoku Rakuten Eagles have gone to the bullpen. It is going to be Shota Watanabe coming on in relief, the right-hander, making his 33rd appearance of the year. He's got himself a 2.25 ERA in those 32 ball games that he's appeared in. So he is taking over here for the starter Tetsuki Koja, who had been pretty effective through the first 4 innings. We're not really sure who showed up for inning number 5 as they tagged them for 6 runs in the inning. So Shota Watanabe on in relief. And that is going to be the change that maybe the Hawks would like to see. It is going to be Masaki Yanagamachi and Kai to come to bat here to face the right-hander. So don't go away yet. We are still got a lot of action left in this one, as we had written off the Hawks for dead, and now they have come back. 9-6 the scoreline as the right fielder Masaki waits on the first offering from Watanabe. Pitch on the way. Fastball taken inside for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Masaki 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown to right and grounded to short in his 2 trips to the plate. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball waved out and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander again gets the sign from his catcher, and he's ready to go back to work. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called 3rd strike. Oh, Masaki stood there like the house by the side of the road, and he watched it go by. He's in the books for the 1st out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Tetsuro Yanagamachi. And for Yanagamachi, he's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips to the plate. As the right-hander is ready to go, as he gets the sign and he works himself to the belt. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. And he pitches on the way. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow, the same 2 teams tomorrow night, as we will be back on the airwaves. It'll be an hour earlier start. It'll be at 9 o'clock Pacific or midnight Eastern, as there is a fastball swung on it, is lifted into left field. Started in was Abbey, and then he had the retreat, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire Yanagamachi for the second out of the inning. And then there'll be some Sunday night baseball as well. We don't usually do the games because there isn't usually Monday baseball in the Japanese League. But we will be on the airwaves for the Fighters and the Lions on Sunday night North American time. So hopefully you can join us for that rare occasion. We may even try to squeeze a Major League game in this weekend. We'll have to take a look and see how that fits in, as the first pitch on the way to Kai is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Kai is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also struck out looking his other time up. As the right-hander works himself to the set position, here comes the 0-1 offering. Breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, moving to his left. Murray Biashi fires to first. It's a ground out 6-3. He's in the books for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it as the Hawks go quietly in their half of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We are now through 2/3 of the way of the game in the books. It is the Golden Eagles 9 and the Hawks 6. Stick around. The top of the 7th is just around the corner. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to come to bat for the Eagles in their half of the 7th inning. It still will be Kazuki Sugiyama on in relief, is the 4th pitcher used tonight by the Hawks in this one, as he will be ready to face the bottom third of the batting order. As Ogo strides to the plate, he is 2 for 3 tonight. A single, a double. He's got himself a stolen base, a run scored, and he has struck out. As the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Ogo. As the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. The right-hander rocks into the delivery and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. As the right-hander kicks and delivers a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. Rocking into the windup, and he kicks and delivers a fastball that misses down. It's going to be ball 4. Ogo's aboard for the third time tonight. This time, the first time via a free pass from Sugiyama. That's going to bring up the shortstop Atsuki Muribayashi. Well, for Muribayashi, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. He's also driven in a run. So the Eagles jumping out to that 9-run lead, only to see it evaporate in the 5th inning as the Hawks stuck a 6 spot on the board. Got ourselves a closer contest, so they're going to start playing for the 1 run here as Muribayashi already squaring the bunt, but they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Ogo. So here comes the offering to Muribayashi, again squaring the bunt early as he's showing the whole park that that's what he's doing. And the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Muribayashi. Third base coach for the Eagles flashing through the signs like he's got mosquitoes buzzing around him. Muribayashi doesn't show any sign of bunting this time. Now he does. Here he goes. He gets himself all set. And the pitch on the way, and it is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. You do like to slash every once in a while here in the NPB, and certainly the Golden Eagles will do that as well, but I don't know if this would be a slash situation by my books here. As it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander works himself to the set position. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball, it's bunted down the first baseline. It is fielded neatly by the pitcher Sugiyama, and he throws to first. That's going to be 1-4 on the putout. So he sacrificed 1-4. He races Muribayashi, advances Ogo into scoring position. So he is now at second base with 1 away. That brings up the catcher, Hikaru Oda. And for Oda tonight, he's got a couple of doubles to his name. He's got 2 doubles in his 3 trips to the plate. He's also grounded back to the pitcher. He's raised his season average up to 197. The first time up, he broke his bat, and the barrel went twice as far as what the ball did. As the first pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Oda. So 1 ball and no strikes. The fans of the Eagles who did make the trip to Fukuoka are giving it a loud support in the supporter section. Here's the 1-0. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right center field. Moving over, making the catch is Shudo. Retreating back to second is Ogo, as he's not going to tag in advance. That is going to put 2 in the books. Brings up the top of the order in Hiroto Kobakata. And for Kobakata, he is officially 1 for 2 today. He's got a home run. He's driven in a pair. He has grounded out. He's had a sac bunt, and he's had a walk. So as we said, officially 1 for 2. So that brings Kobakata to the plate. As the right-hander ready to go again as he works himself to the set position. And he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Kobakata. This is Sugiyama's second inning of work. He came on in relief of Hasegawa, who came in to replace the injured Sawayanagi, who replaced the shell-shocked Kohei Arihara. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 1-1 on Kobakata. And there's a offering. It is a fastball that just misses, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Kobakata. I have to say, tonight in watching the pitching, especially the relievers here of the Hawks, this is not obviously the higher end of the food chain relievers for the Hawks. These are the pitchers that you bring in when you're trailing in the game. As not say breaking ball, take it for a called strike. It's not like you're getting Matsumoto or Hernandez or Osuna at the back end. Getting some guys that are going to try to keep you in the ball game, give you a chance, not the high leverage arms we're used to seeing in a leading situation, as that fastball is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 2-2. Also, Murray Biashi and Fuji would also be names on that list who we would see in those type of situations. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander ready to go again. As he works himself to the set, here comes the pitch. 2-2 on the way. Fastball misses down, and the count is 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander ready to go as he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball. Take it for a called third strike. Kobakata was starting to make his way to first base, and he's been brought back as that is going to be strike 3 here called. He is gone for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, 1 runner stranded. And the Golden Eagles are holding on to a 9-6 lead as we move to the last half of the 7th. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in with us. This bit of a seesaw affair here tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a few. Well, we got ourselves a 9-6 Eagles lead as we cruise to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on this topsy-turvy affair. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 9-6 for the Golden Eagles. As we said, it was them jumping out to a 9 spot early on, and then it was a 6-run 5th inning by the Hawks. And that is where we are right now. 9-6 is the lead. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat for Fukuoka in the 7th inning. That means Yukio Shudo, the top of the order, Taisi Makihara, and Kenta Imamiya. The Eagles have gone to their bullpen as Koja started, and then they went to Watanabe in the last half inning. We're going to keep an eye here to see if they are going to be making a change or if Watanabe is still the pitcher of delight here for the Golden Eagles in the 7th inning. As it is a line score of 9-11-0 for Tohoku, 6-6-0. We do have a pitching change as they are going to the bullpen yet again. It's going to be number 46, Shoma Fujihira, coming on in relief. So the 3rd pitcher used now by the Golden Eagles here tonight. So Shoma Fujihira on in relief. So Shudo coming to bat as he waits on the first offering from the right-hander who kicks and fires. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Shudo. Shudo's got his average up to 253. He's got a single and a walk tonight. He's also scored a run as the right-hander works himself set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is even at 1-1. So Fujihira on in relief here. Hawks are looking to try to claw themselves another run back. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Shudo waits here on the offering from Fujihira. Here comes the pitch. And it is a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow left field. Coming in underneath it is Abbey. He's there to make the catch, and that's going to retire Shudo for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. It'll bring up the top of the order in Taisi Makihara. And for Makihara tonight, he is officially 0 for 2. He has walked and scored a run, struck out and grounded out. He was a part of the 6-run uprising in the 5th inning as he had walked and was brought home on an RBI single by Ryoya Kurihara. So here comes the first pitch from Fujihira, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Makihara's seen his season average dip to 310. No homers, 9 RBIs for him as of this point. There's a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. Interesting. I was watching the pitching of Kenta Maeda tonight for the Detroit Tigers, and just the way that he would throw his split finger pitches, he could get the ball to dive to the left, dive to the right. Very interesting, as that pitch is taken for a ball upstairs. I know when you throw your 2-seam fastball and you throw a sinker, depending on where you put your pressure points on the fingers, will make the ball dance a little bit and maybe move a little bit more one way or the other. Certainly watching Maeda pitch tonight was a master class in how to throw the split finger. As there was a fastball swung on and fouled away. He was really getting the ball to move and to dance for him. Unfortunately for the Tigers, they took it on the chin in San Francisco, blowing a 2-0 lead and losing 3-2 in walk-off fashion to the Giants. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander works to the set. And Fujihira kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lined past the glove of the third baseman into left field. And Makihara is aboard with a 1-out single, and that is going to bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. And you have to tip your hat to Imamiya. All the runs that were scored in that 5th inning all came with 2 out. That's the amazing part of the inning, is that the first 2 hitters, Masaki and Yanagamachi, in inning number 5, were retired on groundouts. And then it was a series of a couple of hits, a walk, and then 3 more hits, with the big blow being the Hotaki Yamakawa 3-run homer. So that is going to bring Imamiya to the plate. But Imamiya had a clutch single to drive in a pair to really get the party started for the Hawks in that inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs for a ball. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Imamiya. Imamiya waiting from the offering here from the right-hander, Fujihira. 1 gone in the 7th. Runner at first is Makihara. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to right-handed hitting Taisi Makihara. Right-hander Fujihira works himself to the set. He gets the sign from his catcher Oda, and he's ready to deliver again. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-1. Nice job there by the right-handed hitting shortstop of the Hawks to have discipline to stay off that pitch. Think of Javi Baez of the Detroit Tigers. He'd probably be swinging all over the place at that thing. But really good plate discipline here by the veteran shortstop of the Hawks. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fujihara works himself to the set. Now he kicks and delivers another split finger pitch missing down and away, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Imamiya. Waiting his turn on deck is Ryoya Kurihara. This is getting into the difficult part of the batting order. Tying run on the on-deck circle. Fukuoka probably not feeling like they're out of this one yet. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball taken for a called strike. Oh, the right hand of the home plate umpire brought Imamiya back. Runs the count now to 3-2. He thought it was ball 4. Have to say that pitch looked pretty good from our angle here. Not sure that Imamiya did the good enough sell job. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And it is a split finger pitch swung on and chop foul. That one was going to be ball 4 for sure. But Imamiya was jumping out of his socks. That last pitch was a split finger pitch that Imamiya was guessing at, and he had to pull it off, literally off the dirt. Chopping it foul down the third base side. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Imamiya. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the right-hander holds set. Now they throw over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes it remains. Our friend Garen in the house tonight, he says, do you think the Hawks will come back? Well, they started their comeback. Certainly Garen in the last, I guess, half inning. So, or at least in the 5th inning. So I will see if they can complete it. They're looking like they're in good shape right now. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. They go to second for 1, back to first. Oh, that's going to be a double play. The runner was in motion too, which was Makihara. That's going to be a 1-6-3 double play. And the Eagles are fortunate to get themselves out of the inning. And that is going to do it here as Imamiya hit the ball right to the wrong spot, to the glove of the pitcher, and he is going to be gone for the 3rd out. So no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. Your score as we move to the top of the 8th inning, it is the Eagles 9 and the Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back. This game has got a lot more entertainment left in it. We'll be back in just a few after these. Well, welcome back, everybody. It is a 2-0 lead in the top of the 9th inning for the Giants over the Dragons. That game is going off at the Vantolin Dome. It is a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning as the Fighters have taken over control of that one. It was an early 1-0 lead for the Lions, and then their bats went silent after that. It's been all Fighters with a 5-1 lead, and here it is 9-6 as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Golden Eagles coming to bat here, as it is going to be Asamura, Katsumi, and Daichi Suzuki, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order. We'll have to get you caught up here in just a minute as far as who it is going to be on the mound for Fukuoka, as the right-hander Sugiyama had come in relief. His night is done as the Hawks are going to the bullpen, and it is going to be Katsuki Matayoshi, the veteran right-hander, on in relief, the fifth pitcher used tonight by Fukuoka. So Katsuki Matayoshi on in relief. And he is going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Eagles batting order. So Asamura, Tatsumi, and Suzuki all of coming to bat here. Asamura tonight probably not enjoying the night like his teammates are. He's 0 for 3. He's walked and scored a run. As he waits on the first pitch, it is a fastball that is swung on and missed. The count is quickly 1-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Hideo Asamura. Right-hander against the right-hander. As Matayoshi delivers a fastball that misses outside, the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Garen says, do you broadcast anywhere else? I'm not sure what you're meaning there on that question there, Garen. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and lifted foul. Its count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sometimes when I'm on the road, I broadcast, but not always around to do that. So sometimes it'll be from a hotel or when I'm out of town somewhere. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Asamura. Going to have a little bit of fun with it in the next bit, obviously, when we are going to be in the land of the rising sun. So hopefully we could do a couple of lives that way. Oh, Garen asks if we do any other platforms. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to slice down for a base hit. Masaki fields it as he moves toward the line, stopping at first with a single is Asamura. He is going to be aboard here, and that will bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. Yeah, we also do it on Twitch. We don't put any effort into Twitch. But we don't do anything on Facebook. We don't do anything on... Don't do anything at all on Instagram or those type of platforms. So YouTube is our main. And the other alternative is at Twitch. But as I say, Twitch, we don't really put a whole lot of effort into that at this point. So that brings Tatsumi to the plate. He is officially 1 for 2 in this one. The first pitch is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. He's also walked and had a sacrifice fly. He's got a stolen base, a couple of runs, and an RBI tonight. So 1 ball and no strike to Tatsumi as the right-hander works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. You could also do lives on Twitter, I think, as well. Garen says, just looking at other ways that he can support the channel. Yeah, if you want to join on Twitch, that's great. As I say, it really doesn't really, do a whole lot other than give us that. I mean, I guess we'd have to start pushing it in different ways. We just more invested into our time on the tube here. So that fastball swung on and grounded foul. The count is 2-1. Doing games on YouTube, or predominantly with this being the number one platform that we're on, it takes a lot of work just to garner some of the following that we've had. As the 2-1 pitch is on the way, as he delivers, it is a fastball swung on. It's lined over the head of the third baseman, down into left field. Stopping at second is Asamura. Tatsumi's aboard with a single. That's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring Daichi Suzuki to the plate. So it looks like the Eagles, who were on a bit of a hiatus for a couple innings here, now are starting. The bats are waking up again. Back-to-back singles here by Asamura and Tatsumi. They've got the Eagles brewing here. So bringing Suzuki to the plate, he's got a home run, a double. He's knocked in 3 runs. He's 2 for 4 tonight. raised his season average up to 282. I think from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Matayoshi, who leans in, gets the sign from Takuya Kai. Here comes the pitch. He squares the bunt, does Suzuki. He gets it down. Is it good? Fielding it and applying the tag to the runner is Yamakawa. Well, that was a bit of a gutsy play because it looked like the ball was going to go foul. He picks it up, applies the tag to Suzuki. The runners are all going to move up a base, so that's going to go down as a sacrifice to 3. He's gone for the first out. Advancing to third is Asamura. Advancing to second is Tatsumi. And this here, I would think, is a turning point in the game. Our friend Garen asked a question a bit ago. He's like, is this going to be a chance for the Hawks to come back? Well, they got the infield in. And at this point, it's Toshiki Abe who's coming to the plate, who is a 2 for 3 tonight. He's also been hit by a pitch. And I would say that, in my opinion here, a base hit here could possibly put this game away for the Eagles. I know that the Hawks can erupt for runs, but to have a 5-run lead with 2 innings left is going to make it pretty much impossible, as that first pitch fastball misses way outside and the count is 1-0. They do have the open base, and waiting on deck is Mikael Franco, who hasn't done anything at all tonight. Which makes it all the more worrisome for the Hawks because he's probably due to break out with some form of a big hit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball that swung through and missed, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Matayoshi ready to go back to work as he's got himself in a tough situation. This is a high leverage position right here. He's got to be able to try to a pop out or a strikeout would play for the Hawks here, or a shallow fly ball. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Or for that matter, a strikeout would work here nicely as well if you are a Fukuoka fan. Important to try to get this hitter here. We've got Mikael Franco waiting his turn on deck. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the right-handed hitting Abbey digs himself in. That ball that he hit back in the 4th inning absolutely was scorched to straightaway center field. He's got some pop in him. Here comes the pitch. 1-2 on the way. It is a fastball swung on. It is lined into right field. This ball is going to get down in front of Masaki. It's going to get 1 run in. But stopping at third is the runner Tatsumi, and it's going to be an RBI single for Abbey. That's going to put the lead to 10-6 now here for the Eagles. So just when you think the Hawks are getting back in it, the Eagles have responded with one of their own here in the 8th. Runners at the corners with 1 gone, and bringing Mikael Franco to the plate. Our friend Karen says, looks like the Hawks need a miracle. Any chance you'll cover the Braves-Reds game at Bristol Speedway next year? It's a long ways away. We did do some MLB games last week. We'll try to squeeze in a few this week as well. That'll be more likely the later games. We do have a pinch runner over at first base. It's coming on to run. This is going to be number 25. That's Kazuki Tanaka. And the first pitch delivered to Franco is a fastball swung on and fouled away. 10-14-0 for the Eagles. 6-7-0 for the Hawks is the line score. Just have to take a look and see what the schedule is. Might try to do a MLB game either tomorrow or Sunday, but more likely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday during the week will be on the docket for MLB games. And maybe even Friday as well next week. As the 0-1 is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble. Moving back and making the catch on the warning track is Masaki. Tagging at third and heading home is Tatsumi. So a deep sacrifice fly to right field with an RBI from Franco. It's the second out of the inning, but Tatsumi scores an all-important run That makes the scoreline now 11-6 for Tohoku. And so that ball was absolutely scorched. I think Franco thought it might have gone, but that ball was about 1-2 steps to the wall as it was hauled in by the right fielder Masaki. So that's going to bring Yuya Ogo to the plate, who is officially 2 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch to Ogo is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. Ogo's got a single and a double. He's scored a run and he's stolen a base. He's also drawn a walk. He's got his season average up to 260. So the left-handed hitting right fielder of the Eagles. Waiting here on the offering from the right-hander Matayoshi, and the pitch is a fastball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0. So 11-6 the scoreline for the Eagles here in the top of the 8th inning. And as our friend Garen asked the question, do you think the Hawks could come back? Well, yeah, I still think they could, but the chances are now starting to really dwindle. Those 2 runs were very important runs put up by the Hawks or the Eagles in this inning. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is now 2-1 to Yuya Ogo. So the outset, our friend Dinger said the over-under on this game was 6.5. That has been broken a couple of times. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats on the third base side. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ogo. Eagles bats had come to life here tonight. They have done enough to do a lot of damage here against the Fukuoka Ball Club. Tomorrow night, it'll be Carter Stewart Jr. going for Fukuoka, as they will be taking on Tohoku in the second game of the series. It'll be Ryota Takanaka will be taking to the hill for the Golden Eagles tomorrow night, so don't miss that one. 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern on the channel. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses way outside. It's now 3-2 to Ogo. The runner Abby will be in motion here when the pitcher delivers to the plate, as we got a couple outs here in the inning. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted foul into the seats over at the third base side, and the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander leans in, gets the sign from his catcher. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field, but not deep enough, as the right fielder Masaki makes the catch, and that is going to do it here, as that is going to retire Ogo for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the Eagles get a couple more runs on the board, 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 11 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you for being here. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the eighth inning, and it is going to be a pitching change for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. They are going back to the bullpen again as they are bringing on a left-hander, and we'll get you the specs here in just a moment as he is getting his warm-up tosses in. So I'll get you the relief for the pitching change here. It's going to be number 56, Sora Suzuki, coming on in relief as they are trying to close this one out. Fourth pitcher used tonight for Tohoku, Sora Suzuki, who is on in relief. Ryoya Kurihara, Otaka Yamakawa, and Kensuke Kondo, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat. So Suzuki's got his work cut out for him. There is a defensive change as Toshiki Abe is out of the game in left field, but we have to get a number on the left fielder who is coming on. I do believe it is the pinch runner, Kazuki Tanaka, but I'll have to confirm that. I believe he has stayed in the game here for Abe. So that brings Kurihara to the plate, and Kurihara is officially 1 for 2 today. He's got a single, a run scored, an RBI. He's walked and struck out. As the first pitch is on the way from Suzuki, and it's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Kurihara has enjoyed himself a fine season, as with the RBI single he had tonight, he's given him 60 RBIs on the year. As the 0-1 is on the way, it's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul behind home plate, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. It's been a interesting ball game here tonight, to say the least. You would have asked us when we showed up tonight that we would have an 11-6 Eagle league, we would have laughed. No way that would have happened. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal to the third base umpire, but they say that Kurihara didn't go, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The lefty Suzuki ready to go again as he gets the sign from his catcher Oda. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. Count remains at 1-2. That one was just cued off the end of the bat, and it trickled foul over on the third base side. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. On Kurihara. Here comes the pitch from Suzuki as he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is looped into shallow center field. Coming in on it is Tatsumi. He's there to make the catch, and that is going to retire Kurihara for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Otaka Yamakawa. Well, for Yamakawa, he is officially 2 for 3. He's got a homer, a single, and he's got 3 RBIs. And so he has delivered the big blow. It was the 3-run shot in the 5th inning that helped cut the lead to 9-6 at that time for the Golden Eagles. And there was a fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. That was his 21st home run of the year. He's now got himself 67 RBIs to go with it. The big fella, his bat is starting to heat up again. I wonder if he's got enough to get to 30 home runs this season. I'd be shocked. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Yamakawa. So no balls and 2 strikes. It's been entertaining baseball here tonight from the PayPay Dome. Lots of runs. If you like a run fest, this is what we've got. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Yamakawa. If you showed up looking for a pitcher's duel, well, that was nowhere to be found here tonight. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the big fella waits here on the offering from the lefty Sora Suzuki. Works himself set to the belt. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on and missed. I think Yamakawa wanted that one back. He's gone for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo tonight, he's had a tough night at the office. He is 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. He is struck out and flown out to left field. Kondo's one of those guys, when you put up 10 runs on the board, you rarely see him. When it's a 2-1 ball game, he's all over the score sheet. It's just sort of the way he operates. As the first pitch comes from Suzuki, it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. He is the professional hitter in every sense of the word, is Kondo. So 1 ball and no strikes as the lefty works himself set to the belt. And now Suzuki ready to deliver. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball that comes inside and backs Kondo off the plate. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses inside. It's now 3-0 to Kondo. Masaki waits his turn on deck here. Obviously very interested to see how this will play out. As the lefty holds set, here comes the pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. Kondo's aboard with a 2-out walk. I'll drive you crazy. Let him swing the bat, see what happens. But Suzuki kind of pitches around him, and that's going to bring Tomoya Masaki to the plate, who's 0 for 3 in this one. Masaki has struck out looking. He's grounded to short, and he has flown out to right. So Masaki steps in at the plate. Ready here on the first offering from the lefty Sora Suzuki. His average has dropped to 309 on the season with the 0 for 3 performance thus far here tonight. As the pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball that misses down, and that's going to run the count to 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As the lefty works himself to the set position. And here comes the pitch. Suzuki delivers another breaking ball that misses down, and the count's now 2-0. That's 6 balls delivered in a row here by the lefty. Sora Suzuki is getting himself into trouble. This is kind of how it went down in the inning back in the 5th inning, where the pitcher or the starter, Kojo, was able to retire the first 2 batters of the inning. And here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on, popped up over on the first base side. Looks like it's going to be playable. Franco in foul territory makes the catch, and that's going to do it. And Masaki has gone for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here for the Hawks in inning number 8. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the Eagles 11 and the Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. The 9th inning is just around the corner. We remember and we appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight to bring this one home. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Ryota Nakamura coming on in relief, and he is going to be set to face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters of the Eagles lineup. That means Murabayashi, Oda, and the top of the order, Kobakata, to face the 6th pitcher used tonight by the Hawks. So Nakamura on in relief as he is set to face Murabayashi as the first pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses outside. Count is 1-0. Murabayashi tonight officially 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's scored a run and driven in a run. He's also had a sacrifice bunt to his name as well. As the 1-0 pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes it is to the shortstop of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. 2-0 pitch on the way. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul. It's going to get into the seats over on the first base side. The count now is 2-1 to Murabayashi. Right-hander ready to go again as he works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left center field, giving chase and watching it sail into the seats. It is going to be a solo shot for Murabayashi, his 5th of the year. And the Hawks have given up yet another gopher ball here tonight. This time a solo shot to the Tohoku shortstop. That's going to extend the lead to 12-6. So boy, oh boy, the bats of the Eagles just continue to work. And they are definitely piling it on here as it is now a 12-6 to ball game here for the Eagles over the Hawks. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Hikaru Oda, who is 2 for 4 in this one. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. Our friend Lava says, where do you watch this? Well, I guess it all depends on what country that you're in, because that dictates where we can send you, depending upon where you're at. So you have to mention that a little bit more. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is a 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Oda. Right-hander leans in. He gets his side from his catcher, Kai. As the 2-0 is on the way, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. This ball is trouble, and this ball is going to be gone. It's homer night tonight at the PayPay Dome, and Oda has gone yard for the 2nd time this season as he's delivered a solo shot into the right field seats going the other way. That is going to extend the lead to 13-6. So the hit parade just continues to roll here for Tohoku. That'll bring up the top of the order in Hiroto Kobakata. Well, your options in the U.S. to our friend Lava, who has jumped into the stream a little late in the game tonight. One of your options is Live QQ, but you got to go through a lot of Chinese stuff. You have to Google that and find the game. I'm not sure if they're showing this game here tonight. Usually they show a lot of games, but this may not be one of them. There's a fastball that misses up and away. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is DAZN used to carry the Japanese games. I don't know if they're doing that anymore in the States. Friends to Friends will carry games, but sometimes that was on delay. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. For some folks who have there used to be a gambling site. I want to say it was like Bet365. If you were a member or you joined, you could watch the games live as you gamble. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. It's either that or Betway. I can't remember. There was one of those. If you have a VPN, you can get yourself Amazon Prime in Japan. And they show selected games as there's the 1-2 pitch, and that swung on and fouled away. Yahoo Japan also would carry some games. Again, you need a VPN, and you need to make sure that you're not surfing from that area there. So those are a couple of options for you. And once you're able to find some of that, what a lot of people do is they sync up our stream to the English call so that they can listen and watch at the same time. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to first. Nice play there by Yamakawa, who fields it and steps on the bag. That's going to retire Kobakata on a ground out to 3 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Hideo Asamura. Lav asks if we're in the USA. Nope, we're not. So that brings Asamura to the plate. Jeremy Orr jumping in here. Welcome, Jeremy. A little late in the game as well. Thanks for popping in. We got Asamura's 1 for 4 tonight. He's got a single and 4 trips. He's also walked and scored a run. So he scored 2 runs tonight as he takes a first pitch breaking ball down, and the count is 2-0. Just a reminder, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern. Same 2 teams. Carter Stewart Jr., the American, will go for the Hawks. As there's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Asamura. Countering for Tohoku tomorrow night, it'll be Ryota Takanaka, as he will get the ball for the Hawks. So make sure you're with us. And then a rare Monday game in Japan time, but Sunday night baseball, as it'll be 9 o'clock Pacific, and we will be on the call for that. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted in deep center field. Racing back is Shuto, and it's going to be off the wall. Digging hard into second base, and with a stand-up double will be Asamura, but he just missed the home run. Oh, boy, the balls have been flying all over the place in the PayPay Dome here tonight. Another one almost leaving the yard. Thank God for the big fences. Good swing there by Asamura. Stayed inside the ball and absolutely blasted it. In fact, how close was that? If it was maybe about 6 or 7 inches higher, that ball would have cleared the wall. So that puts a runner at second base with 1 gone, and the pitch is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Ryosuke Tatsumi. Tatsumi is officially a 2 for 4 in this one. And check that. He's 2 for 3 in this one. He's got a single, a double. He's struck out. He's had a sac fly and a walk. He has scored 3 times tonight, including driven in a run and stolen a base. So here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Lava said he thought the Hawks had a comeback for a second, and then the Eagles have been unbelievable. Yeah, the unbelievable bats tonight by the Eagles. They've just hit and hit and hit. Here's the pitch. It is a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. That puts Tatsumi in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. He's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Daichi Suzuki. And Suzuki really got things going for the Eagles back in the first inning. He had a 2-run homer with 2 out in the first to get the party started. He's also flown out to center. He's doubled and knocked in another run. He's flown to right, and he had a sacrifice bunt. So he's been all over the map tonight, has been Daichi Suzuki. It's going to be his 6th plate appearance here in this one. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to first. Yamakawa fields it deep behind the bag. He throws to the pitcher covering, and that is going to do it. Suzuki's in the books for a ground out 3-1. He's out for out number 3. But more damage done here in the innings as another crooked number goes up on the board for the Golden Eagles. 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 homers, but there were 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your score is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 13 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, Matt, and to everybody who has jumped in here tonight to listen with us. We've had a lot of audience come and go as this game has been a bit of a weird one here tonight. We do have a pitching change again for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles as they're going to the bullpen. It is going to be the fifth pitcher used. It is a right-hander. It's going to be Masaya Nishigaki, as Nishigaki is coming on in relief here to try to finish this one off. So we'll see how he performs, as he has a 7-run cushion to deal with. So Nishigaki on in relief of Sora Suzuki. It looks like we do have a changeover at third base as well, as it looks like the night for Daichi Suzuki is over with. We'll see if we can get you the other player there. Other games around the NPB are all finals now. It's a 5-1 victory for the Fighters over the Lions. 2-0 the Giants beat the Dragons tonight, as those games are now officially in the books. First pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Yanagamachi, Kai, and Shudo here to face the right-hander in the bottom of the ninth inning. As they are down to their final outs, it is a new third baseman and it is Haruka Yamada who is on at third to replace Suzuki. That last fastball misses outside. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Telekinesis for Cats says, great game, thank you, and we appreciate you for popping in. As that pitch misses outside, it's now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike as the right-hander Suzuki kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the left side. Giving chase is Murray Biashi, and he's going to be there to haul it in. And so now there is 1 in the books here in the ninth inning, and that will bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. And for Kai, he is officially a 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. He's also scored himself a run. He's grounded out and struck out looking. So the catcher of the Hawks waiting here, and the pitch is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Kai waggling the bat here, waiting on the offering from the righty, Nishigaki, and it's a breaking ball that misses inside. I think if the catcher catches that, he ended up fry panning that, did Kara Oda. That pitch might have been a strike. Make him earn it. That is for certain. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Ready to go again as he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left center field, moving over underneath it and making the catch. The left fielder Yamada, and that's going to retire Kai for the second out of the inning. So he is gone for out number 2, and that'll leave it all up to the center fielder Yukio Shudo. So now the Hawks are down to their final out here. But you never know. I mean, they stuck the 6th spot on the board in inning number 5. All that came with 2 outs. I'm not expecting that is going to be a repeat performance here, but you never know. It looks like Shudo is out of the ball game. It looks like we do have a pinch hitter. And that looks like it is going to be Akira Nakamura at the plate, batting 193 as he took the first pitch down for a ball. So Akira Nakamura on in the pinch hit. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right center field. This ball is going to get down and all the way to the wall. Chasing it down is the center fielder Tatsumi. He picks it up and fires it in. And stopping at second base is going to be the pinch hitter Akira Nakamura. So just on cue, he's got himself a double. Looks like we may have even a pinch runner for him at this point. That pitch there was absolutely blasted. So that brings the top of the order in Taisi Makihara to the plate. So it looks like Nakamura's job is done. He's coming out of the ball game, and they're going to have a pinch runner in for him. It's going to be number 61 in the ball game. And to do our quick look, that's Yuto Kawamura. So Kawamura in the pinch run for Nakamura, who did his job. So Taisi Makihara stands in. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Takes a breaking ball in for called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Makihara. He has singled, he's struck out, he's grounded to first, and he's walked and scored a run. So here comes the 0-1 pitch as the righty kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. It's going to be lifted foul into the seats down the left field line, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Makihara. This is the only game left in town tonight. When this game is over, we will wrap it up for you after a little break, and then we will call it a night and do it all over again tomorrow. So hopefully you can join us for another one. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now they're down to their last strike are the Hawks. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line, slicing. Oh, my goodness. What a catch by the left fielder, Yamada, as he slams into the wall. That's quite a way to end the game. Holy geez. He was running full tilt into foul territory. He leapt into the wall, made the catch, and that is the way this one's going to end, as that is going to do it here for out number 3. Well, they had no runs in the inning, did the Hawks. There was a hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your final score, the Eagles 13, the Hawks 6. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back to wrap this up in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys once again for listening in tonight.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. In turn, we support Matt Hollis. Be sure to check him out after the game. Well, we had an entertaining affair here tonight. It was a strange one as the Eagles jumped out to an early 9-0 lead through the first 4 innings, only to see that lead evaporate, all with 2 out in the 5th inning. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks stuck a 6th spot on the board, culminated by a 3-run Hotaka Yamakawa home run to cut the lead to 9-6. After the Eagles took a couple innings off with the bats, they added 2 more in the 9th, 2 in the 8th, and 2 solo shots in the 9th, as that was able to propel them to victory tonight in this one. Again, your final score, 13-6 for the Eagles over the Hawks. Other scores for around the NPB, it was a 5-1 victory for the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters over the Saitama Seibu Lions, and the Yomiuri Giants shut out the Chinichi Dragons at the Vantolin Dome 2-0 tonight. Those are the only finals in thus far. All the other games begin in 25 minutes, but we are done for tonight as we are calling it a night. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you guys for listening in on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We hope you guys had a great night. We will catch you guys again on the flip side. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.